Welcome back to Hidden Power. Happy New Year. It's 2026, and we got some brand new Pokemon Generation 10 rumors. There's so many images of the Pokemon of the Generation 10 map. We got a video of a Pikachu doing the Generation 10 gimmick. Pokemon Professor. There's so many things I want to get into today. All this is coming from the Terra League. It's old beta content, but I'm excited. Brand new year, new me, new leaks. Welcome back to Hidden Power. My name is DustyGogoat. Today I'm joined by TraderLumi.
Hello.
And SoulSilverArt.
What's up?
Today we're coming at you. We're on the Thankyous website. Go check them out. Go support them for aggregating all of this information. I'm excited to. You guys just want to get right into it? Let's start with the map. To be honest,
that map is so exciting.
And for the listeners, I hope you guys have had a great holiday season. Us three haven't even spoken really since after the holidays. So this is fun. This is like a little reunion for us.
Yeah.
It's
I'm so hyped too.
Yeah.
So exciting. All right. So from what we know, Pokemon Wind and Wave is the alleged Generation 10 game. This has been known. It's going to be taking place in a Pokemon region based on Indonesia and Southeast Asia. I think for the whole year of 2025, everyone was assuming it was going to be based on Greek. The Gen 10 region was going to be based on Greek, but it's not. And now listen. I'm showing you right now. There's some early builds of the game. It's so sloppy, but it does kind of give you a vibe of maybe what this region will look like. But let's start with this.
That excitement.
Let's start with this. We got the Pokemon map. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna read the blurb from Thankyous, and then we can just jump right into it. So it says the leaked map shows a large archipelago-based world with approximately 54. Hold on, I'm pressing buttons. 54 islands of varying size. At this stage, only one city is visible, though this does not indicate that it will be the only major settlement in the final game. And I'll describe for listeners, there's a volcano in the middle. There's a giant volcano island. There's a ton of volcanoes or a ton of islands around it. And then on the perimeters of the key art map, there's all these massive islands that are, that have a variety of different biomes, like desert, there's forest, there's tundra, like Arctic tundra. There's all sorts of different environments, which is, I think, necessary and a lot of fun for a Pokemon game. There's so much water. What are you guys thinking? I'm excited to talk about this. There's a lot of cool things about this.
I'm so excited about this because, this is more than just Indonesia. It is primarily Indonesia. But if you kind of line it up with a real-world map, it looks like that top left portion with, like, the little snowy mountain right there. Yep, you're on it. That one, that would look like it's part of, like, Malaysia. And then the bottom right, like, you're just seeing the little tip of a landmass.
Yeah, right here.
That lines up perfectly with, like, the Darwin region of Australia and northern Australia and the Tiwi Islands. So, the idea that this is, like, not just Indonesia, but is going to have a piece of Malaysia, is going to have a piece of Australia. It makes it exciting because, for one, like, diversity, right, of, like, culture and, like, architecture and stuff. But then also, too, the decks, like, granted, Pokemon hasn't really cared. They'll put a koala in Hawaii or a panda bear in France. But this kind of gives them more the reason to go, hey, there's a piece of Australia here. Maybe we throw in a platypus,
And it is kind of cool. I mean, this is my first time thinking about this, but, like, I think we typically imagine the Pokemon world, the geography of the Pokemon world, to be like 1-to-1 to the real life world. Obviously, it's not literally 1-to-1, but, like, the layout and the proximity between countries and regions, we imagine it's like 1-to-1. And if we are seeing this, like, new Pokemon region that has all of these different, real world countries kind of put together, but you even have, like, if they have moved, if this really is supposed to be the tip of Australia, that means they just shrunk that entire, like, part of the ocean, which is like 20% of the world,
I mean, kind
they just moved
though.
That's crazy.
They do move everything though. Like, obviously, this map is a rearrangement of the islands. Like,
that's true.
Big time.
Yeah,
but the Australia thing is actually kind of accurate. When you look at a map of like, you could pull it up. You can just pull up a map of Southeast Asia. Like that little part of Australia is like literally
like dead
there.
on.
Is it really?
Like
oh,
literally
dead
there.
on.
Yeah, look that first, not the first one. I've been looking at these maps from Google like for days now.
Oh shoot! Oh, you know what? You're totally right. I guess I thought it was a lot more far out. All right,
yeah,
no, I'm
this one's
okay.
actually probably one of my favorite maps, actually. But, yeah, it's like right there, and it's like
No,
it's
you're right.
exactly
Okay.
that.
Yeah, and like
Which is
some
crazy.
things are like the exact shape. Like that top left part is the exact shape of that little peninsula coming
Yeah,
down
yeah.
from Malaysia. So that's kind of how you can tell it probably is inspired by those specific land masses. It's just they're seriously they're down to the shape.
Yeah. So has anyone?
So
yeah.
cool.
there's a lot of really here. Let me pull up the other map. So we got this volcano. I mean, I've been spending time with family. I have not. Like, have you guys? I don't know.
Oh,
like,
yes.
I feel like Soul's been posting a lot. Jump in here, please. Like, do you have any sort of explanation for like the volcano or any of these other islands?
Bro,
I mean,
we could make this whole episode about this map if we wanted to.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's just there's so many details on the map like that are real life things as well. First thing I want to say is that this is a beta map, though. I do want to say that this can change. Like everything can change a lot here. This is very early.
That's important to say. Yeah, all of this information are, I mean, they very literally are leaks. You know, if you assume that they're real, they are leaks. But they can all change because this is information that was stolen in 2024. And so yeah, it could all change.
And it's probably
that's
from
like
2022 or something. This map or 2023.
Yeah.
So another thing is like this is not it's not artwork. This is like the in-game map. Like this is actually modeled. Like you can look at it. But as for the volcano in the middle, it's hilarious. The island's Borneo. You see Borneo in the middle there. The island's Borneo.
No. Right here.
Right there, right in the middle.
The volcano was Borneo.
The
island
that
is.
the volcano's on.
But the ironic thing is there's no island on Borneo. It's like they just do this. But the thing is, if you look on this map, you can see along Sumatra, like down at, I wish I could point, but along the bottom where it says Indonesia, you see like those little triangles, the like red ones.
Yes.
Those are all volcanoes.
Oh, that's cool.
So like, it's called it's part of the Ring of Fire, this whole area, which is like just a ring of volcanoes. So like volcanoes are a huge thing. Actually, I think they might just be the mountains here.
All right, I'm predicting
there are like a million volcanoes in this. You could look that up too.
I'm predicting we're gonna have I just got to say this right. The Ring of Fire. I'm predicting there's gonna be a Unovan trainer. He's gonna be an old man, an old country singer who shows up, fire type specialist.
Oh my gosh!
It's gonna be based on Johnny Cash. Yeah, Ring of Fire.
That's funny.
We got to see it. That he's gonna be here. He's gonna be here. Got to see that. Got to see that.
He should be. I unironically be for it. So they're the closest thing I can find to like a volcano is that there is a volcanic cone mountain, which is apparently a little bit different from a volcano somehow, but it's called Mount Bombalai on Borneo.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
So
I think that's their biggest mountain there.
Yeah. It
might be.
Looks like it is based off what I can see.
I'd be surprised if it wasn't actually a volcano in the game. I mean, it's red in there, right? So.
Yeah, it's got the lava on the top. It looks like it's a volcano, but who
like
knows?
A dormant one. There is another little volcano underneath it on the map.
Yeah.
Like the little island underneath it.
So what would these volcanoes look like in game? So like when we think of a volcano, it's just like erupting. And then when we've seen actual volcanoes in the Pokemon world, it's just fire type Pokemon, rock type Pokemon, poison type Pokemon. But I would imagine that half the region is not going to be just volcanoes. Like I would, we've actually seen volcanoes. I'm thinking about Sutopolis City in the Hoenn region. That's not a volcano. That would have been a meteorite.
Mount Chimney.
Yeah,
you have Mount Chimney.
You're right. Yeah, Mount Chimney is hollow. Okay, that's a good point. So they might not.
Stark Mountain.
Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, this is good. So not all of these volcanoes are going to be necessarily like fire locations.
I don't. Yes, probably. But what I'm imagining, which is kind of what you're saying, is like the Kitakami mountain where you could like go inside of it Remember what I'm talking about from
Yeah.
the DLC?
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm imagining
Oni
that.
Mountain.
Yeah, because
I like that.
yeah, Oni Mountain. Because when I first saw this map, I'm like, dang, that whole island is like taken up by a volcano. Like we can't even. In my mind, I'm like, you can't even go on it because it's a volcano. But
No,
but
you
we probably will
could.
go in it and around it. And I would imagine most of the fire types, a lot of fire types are found there. Because
For sure. You can even see fire in the middle of the right.
Yeah, we have the biomes, right? There's like 2 snowy areas and then like a desert area down in Sumatra, and then the volcano's got to be like more of a fiery area.
Are those just clouds, or is that some kind of weird island, like in the
right
here?
I don't know.
Kind of towards the bottom right. There you go. Yeah. What are those?
I always assumed that they were actually islands, but I don't know. It's up for interpretation.
Because it seems weird to model clouds onto your map in just this one part.
Yeah.
You know.
I would. Let me see if I can get a little bit closer. Yeah. You know what it could be?
Weird shaped.
They could be sandbars. This color, the color right here looks very similar to the sand over here and over here.
True.
Some of the textures are a little bit different, but yeah, they could just be sandbars. So you get more like beachy Pokemon.
I mean, it's huge that like Pokios counted them. I've counted some as well, but like over 54 or something like that islands.
Yeah,
like about 54 islands, like over 50 islands,
which is a lot. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I think something else in like we can get into it fully later in the podcast, but I think something else that like I can't stop thinking about when I'm looking at this map is this idea of like true exploration and discovery. Like this is the Pokemon game. This is the open world Pokemon game I think we all have wanted since, we were promised a Switch era Pokemon game, right? So like ever since we were disappointed with Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, right? Like when they were like Pokemon's coming on the Switch, it's going to be on console. It's looking like this Pokemon game, Wind and Wave, is going to actually deliver because this whole every single thing that I've seen from these new leaks ties into how you interact with your Pokemon in the environment. Like your Pokemon control the environment, your Pokemon is influenced by the environment. Your role is to use your Pokemon to navigate and to explore and to interact with this specific region in this environment. It literally seems like a dream for me. Like this is like the best parts of Pokemon games, but now fully in 3D. We'll see how it performs. We'll see how it, we'll see how it like actually looks. But I don't know. Like I don't know. There's like again the ride. I don't know. This is just what I keep thinking about. The ride Pokemon.
Yeah.
Using your Pokemon to illuminate caves, to illuminate underwater. Using your Pokemon to like influence and solve puzzles in the environment. It just sounds like a blast. It really does.
100%. No,
that definitely does.
The most maybe the most exciting thing, to be honest.
I like the idea of kind of forcing us to pick a team based on not like this Pokemon's cool, but like, oh man, I'm gonna need a Pokemon to go through this cave so I can see a little better.
Yeah.
So I should probably pick up a Pokemon with a type of glow or whatever.
Or alternatively, solving problems with the Pokemon you have and having to, I guess, like rely on your friends a little bit more, like relying on your choices a little bit more, right? If this is an RPG, having to rely on, it's like you chose the grass starter. Guess what? You're going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but you can still solve the problems. I was saying this on my second channel, but like I think why people love Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom and a lot of like modern Nintendo games, people like these games because there are problems presented to you. There's challenges presented to you. It's like, here's the prize. And it's up to you to decide how you want to actually like get the reward, right? It's not this linear solution. It's like create, like literally build your own adventure, right? That's what this game seems to be a little bit more in line with.
Yeah, I would agree. I think that feels right.
It feels right. I don't know if that's actually what the final vision is going to be.
No, because we just don't know.
No, we don't know. We don't know. But like, again, all these little pieces, that's where it seems like we're headed.
Yeah.
So
No, I definitely feel that. I think one thing that a lot of people don't, I don't think it's on the site even, but the like theme of the game is infinity. So
sure.
that is also that's also a little factor, I think, to add into the whole mix. Like, we know about the procedural generation stuff, and it's like,
yeah,
maybe that has to do with it as well. But it's like you said, you make your own game.
Like these
But
problems
I'm
will
not...
continue to generate, and it's like, again, up to you to like.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really cool to see all these. I think these islands are going to be static, and they are going to be what they are, and that's great because that means we're getting real routes with real canon environments and Pokemon encounters, yada yada yada. But I think all of that water that we're seeing, that's where like a lot of fun stuff can happen. If this game is called Wind and Wave, those are the two things you need for, sea travel, right? For oceanic travel. And I think that's where the procedural generation can pop up, where enemies can show up, where random things can appear. We could have the return of Mirage Islands. We could have these, I don't know, like the Majin Gimmick. Is this related to it at all, right? Like, instead of having these like static Terra crystals all over Paldea, like maybe these like threats just appear randomly, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Just sounds fun. It sounds fun.
Could be spot on.
Sure.
Yeah. I do think that when we're looking at this map, we have to take the water into like account, like it's part of the map instead of just like it's not just like empty space.
That's what I'm saying. It's like
yeah,
there's more water than there is land, so something's gonna happen. Like I guess what I'm saying is like I'm imagining I think the whole game is literally gonna be open world and like wild area, but like if we could think about it in terms of like older games, like I'm playing Sword right now. Like the wild area is where random things appear all the time, right? And so maybe the water is like the wild area of this game. That's where all the craziness can happen. But it could be everywhere. I don't know.
IGN has the opportunity to do something hilarious here.
Yes,
they probably will.
Yeah.
Will it go over well?
7.8 out of 10.
Yeah. I mean, they could do any score. Yeah, they gotta maintain this score.
They got 7.8, like best Pokemon game of all time, but they still got a 7.8 out of 10.
So, do you guys have any other ideas, just initially with the map? Because I've looked. Yeah.
Something that I thought about is seeing Australia on here. That's obviously like my big focus because it's so cool.
Yeah.
But it's a piece of Australia, and it's such a small piece of such a large country that it has such a diverse ecosystem and such a diverse wildlife that you can find there. And so it seems like a place that they would maybe want to do someday, and it's definitely a place Pokemon fans seem to want to do someday.
Yeah.
So the fact that they're only giving us a piece of it, it makes me wonder if for one, can we maybe read too far into that and go, maybe we get more of Australia in a DLC? But then for two, it also makes me wonder, will they call that a separate region?
Yeah.
Because it would be a piece of I know that Dusty, I always think about one time we had it was while Soul was in Italy, we had Linky on, and we were talking about Unova, and y'all were talking about this idea of having Unova just take you to Niagara Falls and just literally acknowledging that hey, right over there is another region, because that'd be the Canada border. And it just makes me think, would they maybe do that where, you get there and you're like, right now, you are in another region.
Dude, I think they could do that, and they've kind of done that recently with a lot of the new DLC locations. The first thing I thought about once I realized this was Australia, which, by the way, hilarious that I opened the show by saying Australia was so far away. What I was thinking about is I had conceptualized Australia DLC for another Japanese-inspired Pokemon game, and so Japan's up here. So I was thinking that was the gap that they were closing. But
that makes sense, though. Yeah.
The thing that I was thinking about was that this Australia being down here, I wonder if Pokemon knows what they did, if Game Freak knows what they did with the Southern Kalos speculation craze, right? We've been fervent for 4 years. We were so excited for Southern Kalos. Never happened. Not even in the Kalos remake. And so I guess I'm not expecting Australia DLC, but damn, it's going to be fun to talk about if that's actually Australia and there's some sort of acknowledgement. So,
it's actually Australia.
Definitely Australia.
Yeah.
It lines up with the Tiwi Islands, especially. The shape is exact.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The thing is, though, does it make it to the final build? That's really the question.
Yeah.
It could be.
Like, is that little part cut out? But I think that Lumi brings up a really good question. I think that they will just name it like Kitakami. Like, it'll just be like an area and not the region, because
It'll be called Darwin.
I think they
or
dropped like a
something.
whole region name.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Like, this is this town on this little piece of land there. And I think it's actually pretty small in the map. So I don't think that it's going to be like a big explorable area. Like, it'll be just a little taste of it. And I think it's just there to be like, yeah, there is a region here. You know, like that could be a region in the future, you know. But do we go there for the DLC? That'd be really cool. But I don't think that they'll waste Australia as a region on DLC. Yeah, but it would just be another like Kitakami like thing.
But that's fine. I'm happy for them to flesh that out. That's like pretty exciting. I guess
I agree.
Tell me this. I was thinking about this, and I don't know. I haven't been on Twitter, so I don't know if this idea has popped up anywhere else. But I saw. Okay, so another thing on this list is that we have this image of the Pokemon professor.
I was going to bring this up too.
Am I the only person who thinks this guy looks identical? He looks like a caricature of Charles Darwin.
No, he looks like him.
Yeah, wow, I didn't even think of that, but no, you're 100% right.
And if you put it together, that place in Australia,
yes,
is called Darwin.
It's called Darwin, yes. And in the the Galapagos Islands, like those are in like off the coast of South America. Yeah. But still, like this guy could be from South America, or he could be from Australia. Whatever, he could be from this new.
I would
Darwin
say he's
location.
from there, from Darwin. That would be my theory right now. I'd be like, Darwin from Darwin.
So if this whole game's about infinity, right, and we have this giant map, I think part of that is also like acknowledging that like the Pokemon world is infinite, possibilities are infinite, and so what I'm already seeing is this region is not like, this is so cool. This region is not just one real life country that is turned into a region. This Pokemon region is a collection of countries, right?
It is.
Which is simulating and will feel like that vision, that like idea that we had been playing around with last year of multiple Pokemon regions all together in this Generation 10 game, right? Because we have all of these locations. It looks like there's also I'm assuming I don't know if New Guinea is involved in this. You've got Australia down there.
Part of New Guinea is owned. The island of New Guinea split in the middle, and part of it is Papua New Guinea.
Okay.
And part of it is Indonesian New Guinea. Okay. So it looks like, based on the map, we're getting Indonesian New Guinea.
Sure.
Yeah.
Which apparently the wildlife actually differs between those two parts of the island, which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But,
and I'm saying this correctly. Like when I say there's a bunch of different like countries, I guess I haven't done a lot of research, but like there's the Philippines, there's Indonesia, is Malaysia separate?
I'll give you a breakdown really quick of it. So
I'm not sure.
So the Philippines isn't in, unfortunately, but I've been telling people because people have been really upset about it. But I'm like, that's a whole nother region. It is rare that we would get like more than one country in a region, and like usually they don't do it justice. You know what I mean? Like Portugal, RIP, and what else? Scotland or not Scotland, Ireland. So any of that, but yeah, Wales for sure.
Who cares? What is Wales?
If you go,
no, I know exactly.
Wales is a beautiful country.
No, I know.
Actually,
I'm sure it is. Yeah, it's no Scotland, but yeah.
On the map here, so there's little countries in this region.
Okay.
Like Singapore is its own country.
Okay, great. All right.
When you look at Singapore right there at the bottom, and it's a huge city, and I would be remiss to not see it in this game. It's in the map. Like there's no way they avoid it. Malaysia, obviously we have to talk about, is a whole separate country. Okay. And it's on, I think they cut it off of Borneo, like the island, the main big island, but the peninsula there is still
the
Malaysia.
peninsula is straight up Malaysia, yeah.
Yeah.
And Borneo, that's owned by like, that's split between three countries, right? It's Indonesia, Brunei, and
Brunei's
Malaysia.
There too.
All right, so
Brunei is another country. Thailand is also attached to that peninsula. Like that
great. I was just gonna say that right Thailand. Here.
Yeah, and that's part of the.
Thailand. Okay.
You see the snow.
Yeah,
the snow area. Like that's Thailand essentially.
That's
and
crazy.
Then
India's like right up there. Also, you got Myanmar. China's like looming above, and then you have Japan up in the north. Like we just know it's there beyond where the Philippines would be, but none of it's included. So you just got like this little bunch right here is what the Generation 10 map is based on,
It's
which is
definitely
cool.
a lot still. Yeah.
No, it is a lot, but I'm just like, oh my god, I'm like, if they just zoom this map out a little bit, you've got all those new locations.
You can reach Kanto.
Have y'all ever watched?
Literally, you can.
Have y'all ever watched the show Survivor?
I watch a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Every now and then.
The very first season that they did in the U.S. at least was in Borneo. So I'm always like, it's kind of cool to see like that. I'm a big Survivor guy, so it was cool to see Borneo there. And like you've even got Palau. They've done a season there. They've done a season and they've done a season in the Australian outback actually.
It's a beautiful part of the world actually.
It is.
It's insanely
so
beautiful. Yeah.
The nature documentary that I was watching, I told you all that I was watching like a nature documentary on this part of the world. And I don't know if it's actually called this or just if the nature documentary was calling it for the sake of the documentary. But they were calling this area the Island of Monsters. And I was like, ooh, or the Islands of Monsters. And I was like, ooh.
It's incredible.
That's cool.
It's perfect. It's absolutely perferect.
Are there?
It's because there's
tigers in
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
in
dude.
in Sumatra, there are
That's
tigers.
all
There's
I
quite
want.
there's
I
rhinos.
just want dude. I want like a real rhino. I want a real tiger. This sounds
That's
fun.
it. There's Sumatran rhinos.
Let's go.
There's
Yeah.
there's Bornean elephants.
Wonderful.
Yeah. There's animals here that you were like, this should be an African region, but it's
Yeah.
actually no. This is like it's like a crazy mix, and there's bears. It's like
Dude, this is fun. This is like Unova. Oh, this is just
Yeah.
like we're getting like creatures. We're getting these like beasts. This is gonna be fun, guys. This is gonna be fun.
There's
also
the
need to mention-
proboscis monkey. There's no shot we don't get a proboscis monkey, and I'm
That's not on my
mad about
list.
it.
That's not on my
I'm
list.
already mad about it.
I don't want it, but it's probably going to be there.
But it's happening.
I also need to mention that East Timor is a country on its own as well. I don't want to leave them out. They're down there by Australia.
Sure.
I don't know if
Where
they'll
is
actually
it?
be around.
Right here.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah,
East
where it's
Timor.
Dill is the capital. So
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 countries plus Australia, 6, almost 7 nations in one region. And I mean, I like your idea, obviously, Dusty, that it's almost like they're trying to say the Pokemon world's bigger and can be more explored than what you think. At least conceptually, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we can't actually do it, but
And it's always
they're
been
expanding.
there. Yeah, like I mean, that's always been a thing in Pokemon games. But I think over the last like 15 years, yeah, honestly, ever since, like truthfully, ever since we left the Japanese-inspired games, which was Generation 4, so Gen 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, every single Pokemon region is like just a hunk of a landmass. And obviously, you can look at the real-world map and be like, oh, there's other locations around. But I think, again, this idea of infinity and traversal and exploration, the idea that, like, literally where we're going to be going in this map could have all of these different cultural ties. Like, I don't know. It's like, okay, you start out in one of these locations, and then you go to the location where I'm trying to learn this in real time. You go to the, what is it, the island of Sumatra? But then you also have Java down there. I'm just reading the map. I'm not trying to. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like you go down there, and maybe let's say like then there's an entirely different culture in the Pokemon game, right? And it functions.
Oh, for sure.
And it functions like what if they call it a new region? Like what if we get into this game and then every single location is called a different region?
Dude, imagine that when they like announce
beautiful.
the region, they don't announce the region. They instead are like Gen 10 will take place in the blank area, which is comprised of 5 different regions.
Yeah.
You know.
Or what if?
That would be
Or what
so
if the
cool.
first
Possible.
trailer they give us the starter Pokemon, they show us some early route Pokemon, and they say welcome to this region, and then like 2 months later they go
Welcome to this region.
welcome to this other region,
Yeah.
and like that would be a lot of fun, I think. And again, it doesn't matter like function. It doesn't like change the game, but I think it would just feel really good. Again, this is something that I think we've been chasing since Gen 2. Like ever since you take your first steps into Kanto and the game makes such a big deal about it, right? Like this is only where strong trainers are. Like that's a lot of fun. But regardless, that's all stuff I'm speculating on. Australia is down there in the corner, and you got what is it? And you got Thailand, right, being teased at the
corner,
top in the top corner. So immediately there just are 2 other locations.
Mainlands, actually. Everything else is islands. They're the 2
Yeah.
mainland areas as well.
So that's actually cool too, because it's also like it's like where we explore is the in between. It's like the connective tissue between these 2 separate regions, right?
Right.
Do you think that they'll retcon? Well, it wouldn't really be a retcon, but they'll kind of canonize that this is where the treasures of ruin are from.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because China's
be.
up there. That'd be
Same
fun.
with the genies too, because the forces of nature.
Yeah.
Because which one is it? The latest one, Enamorous. Its Therian form is a soft shell turtle.
Yeah.
And those are found in Borneo.
Oh, that's cool, man.
bet.
I mean, again, this is like off the map, so like doesn't really count. But I'm looking at India up here, and I'm like, okay, well, we got Kaparaja. Like,
Well,
Yeah.
dude, if you look into so I watched history videos instead of cultural, whatever you watched,
There you
Lumi.
go. Yeah, I
If
watch
you
like
look at-
nature documentaries. Yeah.
Because it's like looking at the differences between us, where you're just like more I love the Pokemon, but I'm like interested in what the story's gonna kind of be a little bit like. But India Malaysia has like a huge history of like being taken over by tons of countries, and the British were there for so long in Malaysia. So
yeah,
get ready for
let's-
Galar stuff.
Let's make Galar the villains.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's
But
acknowledge
India,
them.
I mean, Legends
Yeah.
EA already kind of set us on that path. So.
Yeah, seriously.
the thing, India took over the peninsula of Malaysia for a long time as
Oh,
well.
you know
So
what, too?
India has some big.
That kind of lines up. This is a
influences.
leaks video, of course. So, I guess we can like mention that at least at one point, the planned Legends game for Gen 10 is Galar. So maybe there is like a kind of tie-in between those 2 regions planned.
It would be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
they would both be in Gen 10. So
Yeah,
We also still need to find out where Corfish is from as well.
dude. Yes, that
Been
could honestly
waiting
this
on
could be a
that
whole
one for a while.
that could be a whole different video. Just like not Corfish, but just all these Pokemon. All right. Well, this has been like a lot of fun to look at this map. I'm gonna bring up a couple more things, and we can keep referring to the map. But this is pretty cool.
I'm sure that we will talk more about it in the future.
Yeah.
Because there's so much more to say, actually. I mean, when we go into like the nature and everything of it all, but
Yeah.
we'll get into it.
And so right here is another image of some sort of build from the game, and you got the NPC here who's just kind of like it's just like a shot. Like there's no texture, there's no color, there's no nothing. It's just like a
It's
like
a
a
demon,
3D
yeah.
figure. Yeah.
It's a demon. It's the protagonist, actually, though.
It's
like
a shadow
you.
person.
Yeah, you can
a
see
shadow.
You can see Lucario in the background. You can see Mudsdale. There's
Best
some
Pokemon
sort
in
of
the game confirmed.
There's a Pokemon Center. There's like a Pokemart type of center here, which is kind of cool. I think what I'm noticing about this image is that like it almost looks like an independent shop, or like it's like like it's a Pokemon Center and a Pokemart, but it's not like a corporate building, right?
Okay, I see what you mean.
There's like it's just kind of like a house. It's like a house.
Yeah.
It was built and then remodeled or turned into a Pokemart, which is kind of cool because I feel like Pokemon Centers just kind of feel placed in. They feel dropped in. They don't feel like they're part of the actual world in the
Like
region.
a giant corporation that is like
literally
throughout the entire world.
It's on a government building. This seems like a community
Yeah.
center, which is kind of fun. And I wonder if the
think
other
that's-
locations are going to be like that. The other buildings.
Yeah, I think they probably will, because I think it speaks to the region itself. Like, if you look at, what the region, not the region, but the nations are like. Since we're not past the map completely, but I will say, like, I was gonna push back a little bit on the map stuff just
Yeah.
to provide
going.
the other side of it, which is it's mostly Indonesia. Like, it's
Yeah,
mostly
for sure,
Indonesia.
for sure.
It's supposed to be Indonesia more than anything. Like, even I will say, like, obviously Omori in the documents was like it's based on Southeast Asia, but when you look at the map that he provided the ones with just Indonesia. Anyway, all of that to say that if you look at like pictures of Indonesia, this is the vibe. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like
There's
towns
flowers,
built out of
fields.
yeah, I don't. Yeah,
Tons of
it's like
jungles.
jungles, wooden houses, made of like bamboo and stuff like that. Things like that.
Like you
That's
do
the
have
vibe.
while you're on this reference image, Dusty. If you scroll up, there's that image where they use Nimona. That's not from the game. That's just like conceptualizing. But
Yeah.
like that's another
That
idea
is
of
the
kind of what they
jungle.
want it to look like.
Sure.
Which
yeah, so
oh man, I'm here for it. I hope they pull it off.
I think what I'm trying to say is like when you go to a different place, like when you travel, everything feels different. It's not just the geography is different. It's like the people are different, the culture is different, the history is different, but also like the available resources are different, right?
Yeah,
the conditions
exactly,
of the weather are different. And so like just, so I'm just saying like it would make, I don't know, like even when I went to Nantucket, any sort of island, anything on the coast in New England is going to have wooden shingles rather than vinyl or whatever.
Right.
And that is like, I mean, in Nantucket, that's like a bougie place. So like that's like a law that everyone has to follow. But when you go to the coast, a lot of people do that. And that's just because of the salt water and because of the environment. So like I don't know, that's just like one local. I don't know, like in New England, we have basements because the ground freezes, right?
I don't have any basements.
Exactly,
in
you guys don't have
Florida.
basement. I'm in a basement right now.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
that's a
chili.
thing that because it gets
Chili.
freezing. Yeah, that's all I'm trying to say. I'm looking for immersion. I think that's what we're all looking for as Pokemon fans.
Amen.
So to see, I'm gonna start talking like a pastor now. So to see,
Hallelujah.
so to see a Pokemon game that has full immersion. Can I get a hallelujah?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I want to see. Anyways, I want to see like everything feel specific to the region, to the Pokemon, the characters, the environment, and even the houses. That's all.
Yeah, I think we're getting
Praise
that
God.
for sure. I think we're getting that for sure. Yeah, and you're so right about it. Like, I think that Indonesia specifically is very, like, Borneo's like untouched. The biggest island on like the whole map is like just nature, like in real life. I'm talking about. So like Jakarta down in Java, that's the capital of Indonesia. That's where there's like a lot of people and stuff. But like the rest of Indonesia is like there's some cities here and there, but most of it is little villages. There's like I remember seeing there's like a village that like lives on the water, like something out of like
like
like a
Pacific Log.
sci-fi movie.
That's cool.
What was that?
Like Pacific Log in Hoenn, not that you know.
He hasn't played it.
Hoenn.
No, I don't know.
Lumi,
I don't
he
know what
hasn't-
that
he
word
hasn't
is.
Pull
played
up Pacific
Hoenn.
Log, Dusty.
He hasn't
That's
played Hoenn.
like one of my favorite towns in all of Pokemon, man. They sit
It's
on
super
top
exciting.
of a Corsola bed.
Do you really not know about this, Soul?
No, I really don't.
Like
So
literally,
This
Oh, that's like
depresses
literally
me.
what I'm thinking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
we've
This
seen
is
this
in Hoenn.
before. It's almost like Hoenn is the best Pokemon region, and no one talks about it.
Nah, 7.8 out of 10. Too
It's
much love.
literally, it's so good. It's literally so good. Oh my god.
No, it's very good.
This is sick.
I think it's gonna be like kind of if you were to compare it, it'll be its own thing because it's a completely different country. But if you were to compare it to other Pokemon games, I'd probably say like Hoenn and Alola vibes.
Yeah, bro.
Like the most.
Yes,
I'm
100%.
so ready, man. I'm so ready.
But it's funny. They might have actually based this off of. I mean, there's probably tons of little villages like this on the water.
I mean,
this whole
isn't
area
Venice
of the
literally
world.
that? Like, isn't Venice?
It kind of is, but
was
like
it
in a
was
very
built up.
yeah. It was. There's tons of. It's not that there's not tons of history here. It's just I don't know. They advanced with Western, advancements instead, where this is kind of stays like this throughout history. So it's a whole different vibe.
Oh, dude,
Oh,
this
yeah,
is
I'm
Love it,
cool.
though.
I'm so excited, man. But yeah, even like the parts they took, I don't know about Malaysia, but like the part they took from Australia, that is like, there's definitely cities there, but that is like a pretty untouched part of Australia. So it is going to be, I think, super nature focused, which I
Cool,
am
yeah.
5,000% here for. Like that's what I want, if I'm honest. I think that's why I liked Legends Arceus so much, like versus ZA, is just that like wild, untouched, just feeling like you were out there on an adventure, like
On
I don't
your
know.
own, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's you against the world. It's you and your Pokemon against the world.
So much fun.
There ain't cities out here. Nobody's here to help you.
Yeah, it elevates the experience of like, I don't know, man. It's like you want a challenge. You want to feel like it's the sense of discovery. And I think in these modern Pokemon games where there's so much technology that's reflecting the technology in our own lives, like it doesn't feel like we're discovering anything. It's like when you're playing Kalos and they're like, we need to discover Mega Evolution, but every single person you talk to already knows everything about Mega Evolution. You're not discovering anything. It's not a new technology.
Yeah, a bunch of random NPCs in the ZA Royale have.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, what's so special about this? But in Arceus, you're literally discovering relics. So I think that's kind of what we're looking for.
You're like the only person using Pokemon too, which was like its own vibe.
And this Gen 10 games, obviously, it's modern day. There's technology. There's like advanced cultures, but in these tropical or like truly wild areas where there's no humans, like that's a lot of fun because then you think about like you get to discover these because think about this. There's gonna be this world will be filled with legendary Pokemon. No one's talking about this. Like there could be a there could be a volcano god, There could be a tundra.
Finally getting love.
Yes, dude, give it to me. Right, volcano in the water. It's literally gonna be a Volcanion. But there will be legendary Pokemon all over the place. There's gonna be, mark my words, there's gonna be roaming Pokemon.
Ooh, that is fun. I like the idea of roaming Pokemon. I'm always here for that. Yeah, in general too. I'm not gonna lie. It was funny when I was watching that nature documentary. I was looking at
what was the nature? What was this nature documentary?
Yeah,
I think it's called. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube. It was called Wild Indonesia. I'm pretty sure. Don't quote me on that. But I was watching it and I was just looking at stuff articles and stuff about wildlife and Indonesia primarily, since that is primarily the focus of this region. And honestly, I felt a little sad because I was like, oh, there's no way they can do all these, but every single one of these animals is peak.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's it rates itself.
There's so many unique animals. It's insane. Anyway.
Yeah.
To the whole.
Even the animals that they have that other countries have, like the elephants and the rhinos, they're so different. They're miniature, and the elephants have more of a baby face. And the rhinos look more plated. They look like they're wearing armor more. It's really cool.
Dude, because Rhyhorn is great, but we could also just get an actual rhino. My favorite.
Yeah, we need a real rhino.
One
not
of the
only
coolest,
that, but then you could get a Copperajah that is a water type, and we find out it's the original. And when it was brought to Galar, it changed to steel or whatever.
I would imagine, yes, that something like that would happen with one of them. I would think Copperajah, to be honest.
I'll tell you this: if regional variants don't make a major comeback in this game, because with Scarlet and Violet we only had the two with Wooper and Tauros, I will be pretty upset because this is the place to do it.
This is, if there's multiple rhinos in the world and this is a variant of one here, it's this is the perfect place to do that. For an elephant specifically, because I'd rather do rhino, but
Sure. I found this art 2 years ago. It's a Zebstrika evolution because Zebstrika already has horns on its head, it evolves to become a rhino, which seems crazy, but
that's really cool. Actually,
it's so cool. That's what Pokemon
really
do.
Cool.
That's what Pokemon do.
What made you think of this, Dusty?
Because you were saying rhino, and I'm I want new evolutions.
Yeah, but what made you think Zebstrika into a rhino?
No, I didn't make this.
He had seen this.
I saw this 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
it's so cool. I love it. I've never seen it before. I'm loving it.
It holds a little place in my brain. It's the same. It's the way Remoraid evolves into Octillery. It's different.
I'd love a rhino that remains on all fours.
Yeah.
Rhyhorn does evolve to be kind of bipedal, and also too I don't like Rhyperior. I'm not a fan of Rhyperior.
Dude,
so
Rhyhorn.
It'd be nice to have something different.
Split Rhyhorn evolution where it just evolves into another rhino.
That's money. That's money
good.
right
Hey,
there.
you know what? They bring back old concepts, and for Alola, they had planned a regional variant of Rhyhorn that was rock electric.
Sure.
That'd be something. That'd be literally this, actually.
I do want to talk about the new Pokemon gimmick. I think we should take a break and thank our sponsors, and we also got a message. We also got a message for some people. But yeah, Lumi, you want to thank the people?
Yeah, we want to thank all you fellas out there supporting the show.
And ladies.
With your fellas and ladies.
Yeah,
Down
fellas.
Here in the
South,
fellas is all of the above.
Guys,
here,
you can
It's
say
the
guys.
family.
Guys means
everybody's
everyone.
man, everybody's fella.
But
no. We want to thank you all
Fellas
for
is a
liking, subscribing, commenting. We want to specifically shout out our mythical tier members: Ryan, Normal Guy, Coronet Highlander, Tyler Low 15, Case, Duke Norton, Nicholas Taylor, SEH Art Gold, Nathan Shorter, Louis Gervais, Jen Renegade, Chief Keith, Ball Guy, Father Dagda, Slowbroke Fan 24, Steven 3338, Scudio, and the Pokey Kiddo 1. We give a special shout out to our Arceus tier member Red, and we want to give a Majin-sized shout out to our Game Freak Inc. level members, Bramtastic, Young Smokey, and Young Smokey. Said his name twice because he is a supporter on Patreon and YouTube. So thank you all so much.
Thank you guys so much for all your continued support. You guys really showed up, especially all the people who signed up for the box legendary tier to get the holiday card. But yeah, huge shout out to everyone who supports the show. We are independent. You guys make this thing possible. We're able to show up every single week, multiple times a week, because you guys support. And also, if you want to support and get your name read, links are in the description. But at the lowest tier, at our legendary tier on Patreon or on YouTube, you can get pretty much all of the perks, which is every single week you get a brand new bonus episode of we call it Secret Power. You get access to the Discord. There's so many perks. Links are in the description. We love you guys. And if you signed up, and this is a PSA, if you signed up for the box legendary tier and didn't get a holiday card, it's probably because you didn't give us your address. So yeah, just check your subscription level. Reach out to Lumi. Reach out to myself. Reach out to the Hidden Power account. Drop your address, and we'll send you a holiday card. I got a ton of them. I got stickers. I got Pokemon cards. I want to send you guys. I want to send you guys the gift that you deserve. And it is first come first serve. So if you do want to sign up, if you didn't sign up last month and you still want to get the holiday card, yeah, you can still sign up at the box legendary tier or higher, and we'll see what I can. I'll see what I can do. I'll send you a gift. If we got any leftovers, I'll send you what I got. But
they're so good, y'all. They're so good. We've done this. This is our third year in a row doing them. This is personally my favorite one that we've had, just because the vibes are very me vibes.
The Lumi coded
I love
vibes.
it.
I know.
It is amazing.
Yeah, we were working with someone, and then we had to switch who we were who the artist we were working with, and it came together in about a week. The art, and you guys didn't even see it. I just kind of was like,
you showed us a sketch.
Let's get it going because we're running out of time, and it came together perfectly. The artist is so talented. I honestly should pull up their name to give them a credit. I'll put their I'll put the artist's link in the description so you guys can actually check out their stuff because they're really talented. But anyways, appreciate you guys supporting. Shout out to all the supporters for making this possible. And let's talk about Majin Pikachu. All right.
So is that what was happening there with Simon, Dusty? Was he letting you know, hey, make sure to shout out the artists? You know, I saw him jump up and whisper.
He said, whoa.
Yeah, the dog either said that or he said, I want to go outside and play with the ball.
Yeah, right.
Probably that one, but still.
One or the other.
He was like, hey, I want to hear about that Majin gimmick.
Several images and clips also showcase a new gameplay gimmick internally codenamed Majin. The gimmick appears to be linked to weather-based moves or effects. Though its exact mechanics remain unclear based on the available footage, there's still no confirmation about the mechanic, but we got the video. Take it with a grain of salt. I got some ideas about this. I did put out some videos on my second channel, and I got some ideas. Would love to hear what you guys have to say about this. I'm going to play the video. This is Pikachu. I guess I'll describe it for listeners. But Pikachu, basically, it's got this red tint to it, and it seems to become like how would you describe it? Yeah, you can see an energy passing through it, and the bottom of Pikachu starts out really, really big, and you can kind of almost see the energy pass through its body. So as the the expansion of Pikachu's body like moves through its body, like it's not like it is just growing in size. It kind of it's like balloon. I guess water balloony. Water balloon's probably the best way to think about it.
Yeah, he looks.
It's weird to describe. Yeah.
I like see clouds more than anything. I guess like he's just like forming. I don't know. Something's happening to him.
It's like he's being filled with helium. What do you guys think about this?
I don't know what I think about this, if I'm honest. I'm kind of thinking that this is like such an early animation, and this is not remotely what it will look like in the final build, just because it just seems so weird. But
almost like it's a test.
It doesn't seem weather based at all, right? Like we know that this is supposed to be like some kind of weather focused gimmick. I'm not getting that from this.
I mean, I can see some weather stuff with it. I'm actually more curious to know what you have, Dusty, because I'm in the camp that Lumi's in. Like, I really think this could be anything. Like, this is like very early. It could just be literally what you said, a test, like just a test of some little effect that's going to be on the final version. Like, we don't really know what's going on here at all, but it is.
There's also an alleged animation where there's like a thunderstorm or something, and we haven't seen that, and so I'm wondering how that factors into it.
Yeah, it's crazy that like people who are putting stuff out are also like saying that there's stuff, but they can't show us pictures. I'm like, okay, well, until we see pictures, I'm not believing you.
I wouldn't trust most of that, to be honest.
Yeah. So my read on this, right? There's two things. I'm seeing the coloration of Pikachu, which is it's like this red tint, and then we also have the literal effect of the model, which is kind of cool. And I think, okay, so what I think is that this gimmick is not weather based, but it is actually like environment based. Like weather could be part of that, but that could also be like a catch-all term that they used internally, but that could also mean the environment. That could be like,
it's also a translation.
Yeah, there's also exactly. So like I'm basically looking at what Pokemon has done before in Pokemon battles, right? And I'm saying, okay, what does this kind of remind me of, and what could they take to, I guess like what could they choose from to take and bring to the extreme and to make it into like a full gimmick, right? So like Terra, it's about type changes. Dynamax, the Pokemon gets big. Mega's kind of like everything. Z moves is just about a Pokemon move. The weather, I think we've always had weather, but we also have field moves. And we've also had moves like Nature Power, like Secret Power. Subscribe to our Patreon and get access to Secret Power every single week. It's an extra bonus podcast. Anyway.
And if you go back and watch an episode that's over a year old, that counts as Ancient Power.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So what I'm thinking about is Secret Power and Nature Power. Again, those are moves introduced in Generation 3. And depending on where you are or what the environment is like, the Pokemon move will do something completely different. And again, if we're looking at Hoenn or Alola as a point of inspiration, like those moves, literally, like Secret Power, you would make bases. Like you would teach Secret Power to a Pokemon, and you could affect. That's like one of the few moves that wasn't like an HM where you could affect the environment, but also it would change. The effect of the move changes depending on if you're in grass, if you're on crag. Like I think that's what they call it, right? Like mountainous location, or if you're on the water, or if you're in the desert. Like it changes depending on the environment. And so what I'm looking at here with this Pikachu, what I think we're looking at here with the Pikachu, is that there's maybe, it could be simplified, but I'm thinking this is like we're seeing two effects. We're seeing the red effect, which is maybe weather. It could be like sunny day, right? And then you also have that like bubbly, like we think about clouds or like water. I think that could be like if you're on the water, this is what your Pikachu looks like. But if it's sunny day in water, this is what you see. What that means for a battle enhancement, I'm not sure. It could be, I almost think they don't want to change or mess around with types. Like I don't think sunny day is going to make like drought. I don't think that'll make all Pokemon fire type. I think that's kind of like a cop out and weird. Like just coming off of terrestrialization. Yeah, I don't think they would do that again. But they could maybe the sunny day increases special attack, right? And then like the watery element. Like I don't know. Like what this means for battle, I'm not sure. But
I'm wondering if it's like if they're gonna do exclusive weather to like this gimmick. So like for example, in Gym 4 we had fog, but there's no way to create fog. You can use defog to get rid of it, but there's like no move that summons fog, whereas there are moves that summon sand and rain. And then like you have in Legends Arceus, they did frostbite no, that was a stats condition. What I'm thinking of is there's hail versus snow.
Yes, yeah,
and
yeah.
so maybe since now there's snow, they'll make hail exclusive to this, or I don't know.
I think
it's so weird because like these gimmicks or weather has been a thing since Gen 3, so it just makes me wonder like what is the next step with it. And I think Sword and Shield could be a good indicator because like in that game in the wild area there were like exclusive weathers, like there were thunderstorms and that would effectively be rain and electric terrain at the same time. Fog was misty terrain. I think those were the only examples, but still, like
no, but I think that makes sense. I think that's a good way to think about it because, like, we could, it could be like mystic. Like, what if this Pikachu is mystic terrain and like sunny day, right?
Yeah, I do think it's like some kind of gimmick that affects the battle, like the atmosphere, the environment of the battle. Essentially, like instead of affecting the Pokemon, it might be an environmental thing, which really is in line with the whole idea of the region. I would say to me that makes the most sense, where it's like some kind of like maybe they just add a ton more different types of like weather things that can happen in the battle, and that's what you trigger it, but it affects the battle and not essentially the Pokemon as much. Maybe we get a form of the Pokemon, so it like
I like that. Soul
is it like adapts to it.
Jumping off of that, no, I like that because actually I'm thinking about it literally as a 1-to-1 for like nature or secret power, where you're like basically
could be as well.
Well, no, but I think the problem with that is that you're at the mercy of wherever you are in the game, and I think there is something like kind of fun about that, where it's like, oh, I have to use my environment. Like think about like Ash Ketchum. Every time he wins a battle, because he's not even that good, he has to use the environment. He's like, shock the field, melt the field.
Yeah,
let's turn the sprinklers on. So there's something fun about using the resources that you have. But I like what you're saying. If we look at terrestrialization, maybe there are 8 or let's say 10 different weather, quote unquote weather or field conditions. Maybe there's 10 different, I honestly, I can't get it out of my mind. Moot was like lying about it. I'm not mad about it. I love the idea of these like little genie spirits that are like bestowing power on you. I hope he's right. And so whatever the origin is of like what the power is, that's irrelevant. But if there's like, let's say 10 weather conditions or new conditions or whatever, you basically use the equivalent of like Terra crystals to give your Pikachu the, super hot, melty volcano weather. And then that's where he turns goopy and red, right? But there's 10 of them you could choose from at any point, and that gives you a little bit more control. That actually feels that feels better.
Do you think there'll be like exclusive ones too, like how you add Gigantamax to Dynamax?
Yes.
Add, like,
yes.
I really hope there are.
Yes.
I like it when they.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I would be really disappointed if not, like, if there's nothing else. But if that is the case, I think we get new megas. I'm just saying.
Ooh,
I think something like that would
Scrap
happen.
it. I'll get new megas. I'll take new megas.
I think something like that would happen. But I had a light bulb moment when you said that, Dusty. I think maybe this Majin Pikachu right now is like experiencing lava. Some kind of volcanic lava situation. Because like the animation's very lava like, and then he's red. So it's like a heat thing going on, possibly. Like
but like again, like how would you
like
personify that? It's like, would you give it a new type, or would you just give it more special attack? Like, do you just give it the stats of Mega Heatran? Yeah. Like, what do you do?
I have no idea how that works.
Maybe it's even like it stays the same type, but it now gets like some advantages of a fire type. So like it's still electric,
but it gets stab.
Now all of a sudden it gets maybe stab for fire moves. I don't even think it learns any fire moves though, but they can change that. Or even just like it now resists the grass type.
Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. Like some additional. Yeah, they'd have to simplify it a little bit.
For sure.
I'm trying to think.
Isn't it funny how I remember us doing this with Terrastal, where it was like it was so
Yeah.
obvious that like it would be something with the Pokemon changing type, and like everybody had this one explanation, but nobody quite figured out exactly what it was.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
that's
Terrestrial
how
was
this will be too.
confusing
Yeah.
in the end,
This
too.
is fun.
It sucks that we probably won't find out what this is until like August.
Yeah.
That's the thing about all these leaks, actually, is most of these are not going to be revealed on Pokemon Day.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, all of this is like, you know, I don't think we'll get a region map. I don't think,
They
you know,
might
we'll
give us
get
the region map. They did for Galar.
maybe,
I hope.
but
please.
I don't think we'll definitely, almost definitely not get an explainer on what the actual gimmick is, if we even
for
see the
sure.
gimmick.
Yeah.
We might not even see it.
I'm hoping it'll be like Alola, though, and they'll keep us fed throughout the year and not go,
I think they will.
hey, here's the game reveal, radio silence till June, radio silence till August.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It's the 30th anniversary, so
I just
I hope
expecting
so.
the fact that this Pikachu is just so goopy. I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, how do you? The problem for me is like, how do you put this on a Pokemon card and make it look cool? And that's where I was like, this can't be the only thing. Like, this is one of many. Like,
it's
it
not
has
the
to be
final
one of
thing,
many.
though. That's how I see
Yeah.
it. It's not final. There's no way. Like,
It
that,
might
you're
have
so
like
right.
a lava texture that they haven't added yet, you know?
See, but no, but I think that, yeah, maybe. But I think the glow is fine. We've talked about an aura before. Remember, Moot was like lying about what the leak was going to be like 6 months ago. But I liked the idea, and we were trying to like play off of it. And we were like, I feel like we talked about an aura. We talked about these Pokemon getting like an aura to like personify or whatever the new power that they got. And I think this works. I think this it kind of makes Pikachu look like a shiny. Like, this is actually what we want. You know what it is? This is what we wanted for terrestrialization. We're like, oh, make Pikachu red if it's a fire type. And instead they gave it the Taro crown, right?
Yeah. They gave it a funny hat.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Interesting.
yeah. Like, I don't know. I think this could be cool.
And see, that's another thing, too, is like, if it's similar to another gimmick, it's most likely not going to be similar to Terrestrial, because that was the most recent one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, oh, man, I have no idea. I even think about, like, I was thinking about Rayquaza, Mega Rayquaza specifically. It has its own special weather. So does Primal Groudon, Kyogre. They have their own special weathers where it's like, it's a super sun where water moves completely evaporate. Water moves cannot even hit Groudon. They don't work in that sun. Kyogre, same thing with fire. And with Rayquaza, he's got like these really strong winds that basically negate his flying type weakness, I'm pretty sure. So, I don't know. I wonder if it'll be similar to that. Honestly, I hope Legend ZA gave me a lot of hope with their DLC tying into Pokemon that weren't even from Kalos, Pokemon like Darkrai and Rayquaza, Kyogre, Groudon. And so I do kind of hope that they tie in Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, and maybe even the Kami Quartet, Landorus and them, into this game's story, even if it's just like a post-game side quest, just because those are like weather-focused Pokemon, so I feel like they deserve to kind of be a part of this.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I agree with you. I'm saying I would probably imagine the Tapus more than any video, like the Kami Quartet, just because they weren't in the past. Yeah, they weren't in the past games. I do think there'll be a connection to Alola a bit here too.
Dude,
since we're there.
I've said this to y'all on like maybe offline. I think I've said it on an episode, but I think that we'll get Alola DLC for this game. And the only reason I think that is, for one, like, you do have relative proximity. They're both in the Ring of Fire, but that doesn't matter too much because we went to Kitakami in a Spain-based game. But they also, the Tapus work so well with this gimmick, like you're saying, Soul. But then also you couple that with the fact that we know that they had initially planned to revisit Kalos and Alola for Scarlet and Violet DLC. We obviously did revisit Kalos for Legends EA, so we're just waiting on that Alola revisit.
Yeah.
And then also, it's a great way to... We know that Z-moves will at some point come onto Champions, and that's a great way to, shoehorn it in as hey, there's a DLC right now where we're bringing back Z-moves. And maybe you visit another Alolan island that we didn't visit before, kind of like how Blueberry Academy is a part of Unova that we didn't visit before. And maybe we get a new Tapu, like you're looking at some new Tapus here.
Yeah. I'm imagining...
Possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible. I guess I'm almost more excited to not go to a familiar region, but I'm like, I want to go to these other regions that are... I mean, we could go to Kanto, to be honest. Japan's like up here.
Oh God, no! Give me Alola, man.
Or Johto. We could go to Johto. Like, actually, Johto is actually closer.
Johto, I'm fine with.
Johto's closer than Kanto. Actually,
With
you know
the
what's closer?
seed-
Hoenn's actually closer than Johto.
But with the seed project, we
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
if that'll even come to fruition.
Yeah.
But I wonder if like they'll save Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, and Sinnoh for
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
and so
Probably.
we won't revisit them here.
But
Yeah,
I guess what
Alola
I'm
has a huge chance.
I would love to
for
revisit
DLC.
Alola, man. I know that it hasn't even been. It'll be 10 years, I
Yeah.
guess this November, right? But I don't care. I want Alola. I
Yeah.
like
Oh
Alola.
yeah, Alola's so great.
we yeah. So I think that I think if we get the it'd be nice to get the Tapus, but again, I guess I'm saying the Tapus should just show up on these islands and they can call. Because we know legendary Pokemon will be like anywhere. They're not just exclusive to one region, Like, so they could
I feel
just
like
be
it's
here as well
also
with some new ones.
worth pointing out that the Tapus, Type Null and Silvally, and the Ultra Beasts were all absent from all of Gen 9.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I was bringing it up.
So it's
That's
like
totally why.
maybe to save them for a bigger role in a future
They
game.
they're like 100% in this game. If they have a role, I don't know, but it's too long since they haven't been. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
I think that they'll be in it.
Well, and I think the Z-Moves things with champions makes a lot of sense too, because you can kind of see how every other gimmick will tie in, right? Like, we know Dynamax is supposed to come to it at some point, but, that makes sense because there's going to be like a Legends Galar game. Obviously Gen 10, you bring in the Gen 10 gimmick. They're doing Mega Evolution to kick us off because Legends
Sure.
EA. They'll bring in, Terrastol shortly after because it's like, oh, Scarlet and Violet time. Like this is the end of Scarlet and Violet. But like, how does Z-Moves factor in? And they could just go, hey, we're dropping in Z-Moves. There doesn't have to be an explanation. But like, with there being a really nice explanation for all these other things, it feels perfect to go,
sure.
okay, Alola and Z-Moves, but maybe I'm coping because I love Alola, man.
And
this is,
yeah.
while I'm so excited for this, it is also making me go like, I'd like to see Alola again, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
The only reason why I don't think we're gonna go to Alola is because it seems like those two games are too similar, and typically with DLC, they try to make them feel like completely foreign or separate experiences, and usually they do this by just having the biomes and the climates be very different. And that's why you have like rural Galar going to like tropical Isle of Armor, not tropical, but like island vibes.
Yeah.
And then you
I
got
mean,
and then you got like the
school
tundra of the Crown Tundra.
Paldea going to a school in Unova, so maybe.
Yeah, but it's
maybe
like
they factor it in.
technological and it's different.
For sure.
It's
It is
in the
different.
ocean.
I could see them like tying it in though with like maybe you're researching the gimmick or something.
Sure.
And it's like,
Yeah.
hey, there's a very similar phenomenon that occurs with these legendary Pokemon called the Tapus over in the Alola region.
I think I think that's fair. I think okay, let's talk about the professor because I want to like just play with this idea, right? So okay, leaked images further reveal the regional Pokemon professor depicted as an older character who appears to personally guide the player, even driving a car between locations. This is like an old fart, and I love the idea. Again, let me pull up what's his name?
Darwin.
Charles Darwin.
He was also very big in Alola too, just saying.
What do you mean? What is it?
Like
In Hawaii.
a lot of Darwin stuff in Alola, like Oricorio was
Yeah,
based
yeah.
off the Darwin finches, and then also regional variation was.
We'll have to
totally
dig
straight
into
from that.
like there you go. There's a map of some travels. He did go to Australia at one point.
But like what yeah, so okay, Charles Darwin, his right, his theory of evolution, right? That's like his whole thing.
Yep.
So I think it makes sense in the Pokemon world, right? It makes sense to have
Absolutely,
a
yeah.
character be all about evolution and regional forms and how Pokemon can appear differently from island to island. So I think we could get truly an extension of like this. Oh, you know what? Okay, here we go. We had no regional forms in Gen 9. There were like none. Zero.
There were two.
That's it. There were two.
They
There were
don't even
two.
exist.
They don't even exist.
Technically, Technically four.
And I'm saying this because I think we could see an overabundance of regional forms in
I agree.
Gen 10.
Please.
And we could even
I
see
do
it.
think so.
We could even see it where it's like there's maybe like if we're using Rhyhorn as an example, right? Maybe there's 2 different Rhyhorn forms, similar to what we saw with like the Tauros. Not that
Ooh, yeah.
but like from island to island, like there's a different one here and there's a different one here, kind of like the Oricorio, right?
Oh, shoot.
Like if Darwin's whole thing is about evolution, which is like long-term things, evolving differently, but like in reality, regional forms is actually more closely aligned with like real-world evolution than Pokemon evolution. It's just
Right.
Pokemon. It's creatures adapting to the environmental pressures over generations, right? And
No, that's real. I mean, to add to that too, like we kind of talked about, maybe since there are multiple nations in this region based on the map, maybe they would call them different regions. So you could have like I'm going to use old regions as an example because we don't know the name of these regions or region, but like you could have Cantonian Slowbro, but then on this other island is Unovan Slowbro, but then on this other island is Jotonian Slowbro.
Yeah.
Right? Like
it's like a new one.
you could literally just have the same
That'd be
Pokemon
really cool.
have like 3 or 4 variants across the islands, right?
Yeah,
Like,
That'd be really
to
cool.
demonstrate that. Like I just love this
Or
People
idea.
would
even
probably complain,
kind of
but
like
I'd
how
be
we've talked about with Mega Evolution, that like with Mega Z, could there be a like Mega Noivern M out there? Could
Yeah,
there be
yeah.
a Mega Heracross F.
I think
So
theoretically,
maybe like
yes, but
there's a regional variant of Butterfree. So there's like Cantonian Butterfree, but then on this island there's Jotonian Beedrill. So like it's just
Yeah.
Butterfree only has a regional variant on this one island. Doesn't
Yeah.
have them across them all. But the regional variants are each called something different because it's based on the island they're
Yeah.
found, not the region.
and again, this like the through line here is that we've heard that this Gen 10 game is about infinity. What we've seen from this map is that it's an entire playable Pokemon game connecting multiple countries, like real world countries, right? This isn't New York City being expanded into a full region. This isn't France being turned into Kalos. This is multiple countries and islands being grouped together into one playable experience. The through line is you've got all these different cultures, and also evolutionary like islands in themselves. Like islands can be so different from one another, and so I think. And then it's like if the regional professor is literally Darwin, like again, we're gonna see this again. But I also like the idea of this professor not even being from this quote unquote region, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems like foreign. Like, have we ever had a Pokemon professor that's not from the region it came from?
Yes.
Maybe Professor Oak?
Sycamore
Legends
was
Arceus,
from
I
Sinnoh.
guess.
Sycamore's from Sinnoh?
Yeah, but
He
that's
at least studied in Sinnoh.
that is
Well,
like the
It's
same country
implied he
though,
could
isn't
be
it?
from there.
It's like the same kind of thing though, where he's still like part of the country essentially. Like he's still Japanese in a way.
Wait, what?
This feels different.
Sycamore from Kalos?
Oh, from Kalos. Sorry, my bad. I thought you said somebody else. I thought you meant
Rowan?
what's his name? Yeah, Rowan. I was thinking Rowan.
Rowan.
But
Oh,
still-
yeah,
some
Rowan.
reason.
No, but-
He's from Kanto, I think. Don't quote me on that.
Oh, you're making stuff
Yeah.
up.
No, I swear I remember. I know Rowan and Oak are like really good friends. So there's like one of them is from somewhere else or something. Elm
It's all
studied
good,
under
all good.
Oak, so he might be from Kanto. But yeah,
No, all good. I guess what I'm just, I think I just like this idea in general because, again, it is highlighting all of these different places in the world, right? It's like what I'm seeing immediately just from a couple leaked images, the through line is that the Pokemon through the gimmick are adapting to the environment. The region itself is made up of multiple regions. There's a lot of traversal. The Pokemon professor looks like a guy who's all about evolution, which is literally regional evolutions, which is highlighting that there's different places in the world and you can grow differently depending on where you're from or where you spend time. Like, just it just all feels so connected and intentional, which is fun. So in Australia, like he's literally gonna be from the Australia region. That's cool. Where is he actually from? Let's see.
He's gotta be
I think it was
English.
from England, right?
That's what I
he's gotta be.
assumed.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, he's from
Born
England.
In, England.
Yeah, and he died in England. Damn. Dude. All right. We're doing let's do a Darwin cast.
He's
We're
from
just
Galar.
Yeah, I know. Literally, he's gonna be from Galar. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, I'll do some Darwin research.
Yeah, we got time.
There you go. Soul's
dig into all
researching the history. I'm researching the animals. Dusty, you research the Darwin.
Yeah. So just kind of fun. Oh, okay. Okay. Here's another idea. Starter Pokemon. If this is the regional professor, what starter Pokemon is he giving us? Is he going to give us Pokemon that are not native
From
to
Australia?
the region? Are they from Australia?
Dude, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Kangaroo, platypus, and give me something else.
That would be insane, actually.
That would actually.
But I've
be
been getting a little bit. I've been getting a little bit of hate for these ideas, by the way, on Twitter for this
What ideas?
this kind of idea.
Dude, you get hate for anything on Twitter.
Yeah, but this is like a
Twitter is the
specific-
cesspool
What
of
idea?
the internet.
What idea?
So the idea is that like we're focusing on Australia when like this entire beautiful region of like Indonesia is there.
No,
so,
I'm
like,
only.
It's
on the
cool
map.
for sure.
It's on the map.
It is on.
Yeah,
It
it's
is on the map.
People are stupid. That's what it is.
It is on the map, but I'm just thinking like it would be amazing actually to get 3 starters from Australia just because that's like a fun idea
Yeah.
in the sense like if he's from there and he brings them from there, that'd be cool. But
Dude,
at the same time, you're like,
truthfully-
there's so many animals in Indonesia.
There are, but make those like that's something I've always said is that if we got an Australia region, like let's say this wasn't Indonesia and this was just straight up Australia, I actually wouldn't like a platypus or a kangaroo starter because I feel like they should be in the wild because they're so synonymous with the region. I feel like I should see them. You don't typically see
Yeah, I
starters
agree.
in the wild, so I feel like this does make sense to give
Oh,
us
yeah.
Australian starters
To me,
because we just
it's
get that little
logical.
piece.
Yeah.
Whereas the Indonesian, yes, there's
That's what
tons
the
of
Kanto
Indonesian
starters
animals,
were
and
like
I want 'em
originally.
here, but I want them in the wild, you know?
All starter Pokemon, all starter Pokemon are like low key, not native to their region that we get them in. Right?
Pretty much.
E-
Pretty much.
I mean, I think they've retconned that. Like in Hisui, you can get the Sinnoh starters in the wild. In Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you can catch the Kanto. You know, at the very least, they're just rare Pokemon. So I don't think it's out of the question. If you have a little bit of here's the thing, Soul, it's cool. It's cool to talk about Australia because guess what? The professor looks like Charles Darwin in the only location on the map that is part of Australia that we're seeing is called Darwin. It's not like an impossible leap, you know? And here's the magic.
I don't disagree.
Here's the magic. The professor, this guy right here, this professor, Professor Darwin, is going to give us new starter Pokemon that are from Australia. But guess what? If this whole game is made up of multiple regions, then there could be a new set of starter Pokemon in this region that we get in the wild. But they're not the starters that we start with. So it's like we essentially get 2 brand new sets of starter Pokemon.
Allow me to
What do we
take your
think?
idea
What do we
and
think?
modify it.
Let's do it.
We get the starters from Australia, right? And then we get regional variants of the Kanto starters.
depending on where you evolve it in the game.
Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Lumi, that's crazy.
So like the second batch of starters is like an Indonesian Charmander, Indonesian
This is like-
Bulbasaur, or whatever.
This
you
is
know?
like the seed Pokemon, right? It's like this is what it is. You evolve like the seed Pokemon evolves depending on your choices, which means where you end up in the region, like where you evolve or where you spend the most time. Like think about an RPG. The RPG is about choices. Again, if we're just gonna take Skyrim, like if you spend 100 hours lockpicking, you're gonna be level 100 and you're gonna be a pro, right? If you spend in a Pokemon game
Gosh, I
all your
haven't thought about
time,
that in a long time.
yeah, if you spend all your time on the volcano island with your seed Pokemon, it's gonna evolve to become a fire type.
Yeah. I will take that whole
Love it, Lumi.
idea in a different direction really quick. I love those ideas, both of them. These are definitely possible theories for sure. What if he pulls 1 from Australia and like 1 from Thailand
Sure.
and then 1 from
yeah, that's good too.
you know, like all 3 are different from
Yeah.
different regions in this
Yeah.
one region.
That's probably
See,
the
but
most
I would
likely.
still say
That's
don't
the
do
most
any
likely.
of them from Indonesia. That way, like the Indonesian wildlife can be wild. You know what I mean? That's how I always like regions.
Yeah.
But
Well, it
like
could be
that would be
Malaysia.
cool if like
Malaysia, Thailand. Yeah.
Thailand, and Australia, or even
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know, Papua New Guinea.
I think it's almost guaranteed that we get at least one Australian Pokemon since we're on the topic.
Yeah.
But it's just
Oh, for
because
sure.
we got freaking Komala
done.
in
Well,
we
also
got
too,
Komala.
a lot of Australian animals actually live in Indonesia.
Yes.
Like the
Yes.
echidnas live there. The cassowary, I'm pretty sure, lives there.
Yep.
The tree kangaroos live there.
Dude, I want a regional
wallabies.
Kangaskhan
Wallabies live
that
there.
climbs trees.
Wallabies, yeah. Dude, Dusty, have you ever seen a tree kangaroo? It is genuinely like it is one of my favorite animals. It
Jamie, can you
is
pull
a
that up?
kangaroo, but it was made to be adorable.
It's a kangaroo, but made to be adorable.
Wow,
Look
that
at
is.
him.
It's
Look
a
at
little
him.
bear, dude. That's so,
Look at him.
It looks like my dog
I love
when it was a
him.
puppy. The fur looks so. I just want to hug it. That's amazing,
It's
Yeah.
so cute.
He got some
It's
claws
like a
on him.
giant squirrel, man.
dude. That's so cute. Well, it's not a squirrel.
Look at that one
big-
picture right
big
below
one.
that one on that like the 3-part over like on the side. It looks like a little squirrel in that picture.
No, dude. Do you not have squirrels?
Not that one. I'm talking
Do you
about
not
the
have
three-
squirrels in
the
North
three-
Carolina?
Look at the three pictures right there. You go. It looks like a little squirrel there.
No,
Yeah, it
squirrels.
does.
Squirrels are
There you
weird
go.
Yeah,
looking.
it does.
He
It
kind of
does.
does there.
No,
But that's
dude,
one
This
picture,
is
one
adorable.
angle.
This is adorable.
Isn't
Squirrels
it adorable?
Are
I
weird.
love this thing. This is
He's
like one of my
derped to the max.
favorite like
You know what this
land
is?
animals. You know.
You remember the beta Pokemon Fire Cub from Gen 2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if we get that? It's like it's this tree kangaroo.
Oh man.
It looks like a little fire bear cub, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I see
no,
it.
it does. Yeah.
Oh,
But
dude, this
see,
is
it
cool.
could
I
also
want to
be
see this. thing.
grass too, because tree.
Sure.
Kangaroo.
Yeah, but,
But,
oh yeah, fire and grass type maybe. Ooh.
Fire grass. Yeah. We need justice because
We need
Scovillain
justice.
was
We
not
need
good.
justice. Dude, this thing is cute. He's just like lazy, just like
I love them, right?
This
and
is
this
good.
lives in Indonesia.
This is
so,
good. This is
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
This is really good. All right, that's cool. That's fun. Starter Pokemon.
There's
that's
a
fun.
lot we still haven't talked about. Like the
What are you
writing
thinking about?
and I'm thinking about the
the
Yeah, that's
writing
next.
and
Traversal-
That's
Yeah.
all next. Yeah.
Pokemon
Okay,
impacting the environment.
Among the most notable elements is a new traversal system involving a Rotom-powered scooter-like mount. We did talk about this a little bit, I think. Maybe that was with Munching Orange, I think.
We've
This-
touched on it a couple times, yeah.
This vehicle appears to hover above the ground and is directly linked to the Pokemon currently outside its Pokeball. A, quote, cable connects the Pokemon to the scooter, implying that the player does not ride independently, but instead follows or is pulled along by their Pokemon. Different images show this system adapting dynamically to the Pokemon in use, allowing actions such as flying or diving depending on the partner Pokemon's ability. This points towards a traversal mechanic centered on Pokemon interaction rather than fixed mounts. I don't think this is that bad. People are saying this is goofy and stupid, but I'm like, we're going to be able to control our Pokemon like the Synchro Machine, and our character just floats behind it. I don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't think it's a big deal. I would hope that it'd be nice if some Pokemon you could like just straight up ride on. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like kind of like how Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, you could have all your Pokemon out and following you, but then
That could be a
some
thing, though.
Pokemon had like specific
Yeah.
you were riding on them or whatever.
You know, and these are early builds, so like that could be a thing. Like maybe there
hope so.
are, I don't know. I could
they
see
could
there.
scrap this whole idea entirely. To be
Yeah.
honest, we don't even know.
It's true. But
Actually,
I don't
bringing
want.
that
I don't want them to. I don't want them to scrap it because I think what this does is like, yes, we can traverse as our human trainer, but also that means theoretically at any point you could literally just travel through the world as your Pokemon at any point.
Yeah.
And that's fun.
All I don't want is ZA. That's what I don't want. What
do you mean?
That's one of my biggest complaints about ZA was just like running. That I'm like, there was so many times where I'm like, I just want to like hop on Weird Ear and just like go.
quick. Yeah.
Or
get
some
along.
kind of fast travel, like even if they give
Yeah.
us roller skates or a bike or something.
For sure. But bringing that up, when Gen 10 first started leaking, it was like the day before ZA came out or something. There was information that said you will be able to ride every Pokemon and like interact with every Pokemon, like pat them, pet them. So that's changed a bit since then. So like we clearly are able to ride them all, but with this scooter. And I do agree that you're like controlling the Pokemon, so it's kind of nice.
That's gonna feel good. That's
Yeah.
gonna feel really good. Because
I wonder if they'll like explain that with the Synchro Machine.
Yeah. I think that
Maybe.
I guess like the reason why this doesn't bother me is like we want to like I don't know. It's like it would feel weird. Like all of these Pokemon games, you are the person. It would feel weird to abandon the person and only play as the Pokemon and like not have. I don't know. I'm like, what's the alternative? The alternative is we just don't have ride Pokemon, or it's only a couple select Pokemon. If we have to have this goofy thing to be able to control every single Pokemon, that is literally going to elevate this. Like, think about it. You can play as Spidops. You can play as any Pokemon that you like. You can play as Flapple.
Yeah,
Can I Spider-Man?
You can do anything you want.
You know
like,
what I mean?
that's so much fun.
Web sling across the city, you know?
Like, that's a lot of fun.
It's gonna be really weird for like little Pokemon though. Like they're pulling you.
You can bounce around as Cherubi.
Like, what about
that's fun.
Slugma? Am I like moving like really slowly?
Can you imagine Joltik like pulling you?
Oh yeah,
Joltik
he's hopping
pulling
the
you.
scooters just kind of.
Like the animations
I don't know how
are.
it's gonna work, to be honest.
The animations are. It's gonna be what it was in ZA, which is like, okay, if Runarigus is your favorite and you want to use Runarigus,
yes,
as your ride Pokemon, good luck. Like it's not gonna like you have that option, but it's not
though,
optimized.
about like the speed. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Maybe they make them all the same kind of speed.
That wouldn't be. That wouldn't feel good though.
Definitely different speeds, I think, just because like that's kind of how it's always worked with like following Pokemon.
The following Pokemon are so good in ZA. They're so good.
Yeah,
like they're so good. Like that's what you want. Yeah. You want to pet them.
A lot of times I'm like, I want to touch her, but
I do the same thing. I do the same thing.
Excited for that Lumineon image because for one, that shows like plans for diving, which is really
we
nice.
haven't even
we were
talked
just talking about all that open water.
How do we not talk about that?
Okay, well. If we're getting to dive and explore some coral reefs and underwater caves, that water just got a lot less boring, you know? And then for two, you're seeing one of the effects here where Lumineon's a Pokemon that's known to glow. And so because of that, Lumineon is actually lighting up this ocean like cavern or ocean floor for you. And there's another image where it shows Charizard doing the same with his flame tail in a cave.
So
and
that's
good. Solid to me. I think that's so cool.
What this does, okay, oftentimes on like tier lists, I'll be complaining like, why did they introduce this Pokemon? It doesn't do anything that this other Pokemon hasn't done better, right? But the advantage now, or it's like the idea that every Pokemon has inherent abilities. I would never use Lumineon over. I would never use any of the fish Pokemon because they all suck. But Lumineon now has this.
Legion wants to know your address.
I'm not using it. Like Basculegion is cool though because it can like kind of float now. Like what if it could fly? You know, Lumineon can glow. Like I don't know if that means it gets a spot on the team, but like I think when we're playing these games, like if immersion is what we're after, this is what that is. This is the immersion. This is like you're actually using your partners, your Pokemon, your team, your favorites. We all have favorites, right?
Yeah.
Now they have like inherent abilities outside of battle, which gives them purpose, which is like what an HM is supposed to be, or was imagined to be.
Like you bring up Spidops as a good shout because I'm just
like why use Spidops over Scizor? Why? Because you like it, but it's not good.
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything that another Pokemon can't do. But now in this game, it's like if you can literally just play as Spidops, and I'm sure Spidops will have something else. Like I don't know. I just love this idea.
Spidops won't even be in Gen 10.
Yeah,
probably not. An evolution though, maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it's cool too because looking at this feature, I think like guys, come on, they are going to make some Pokemon like new Pokemon for this game specifically for this feature. In the same way that like I feel like a lot of the new Megas in ZA and especially in Mega Dimension, like Mega Darkrai especially. That was made to be a rogue boss. Like, I think they primarily made that Pokemon with the idea that it would be a boss battle. And likewise, I think there will be Pokemon that they make primarily for the purpose of, like, hey, we want this to be a new Pokemon trainers can catch to light up the seafloor, to light up caves. And then likewise, too, like, I wonder if maybe the starters, each one of them, will do a different one of these features. You know, maybe the water one lights up seafloors, the fire one lights up caves, and then the grass one, like... I don't know, maybe, hopefully, please, it's a bat and it can, like, use echolocation to help you find your way through caves or something.
Or help you find items or something. Yeah. Like, Dude, we have all these HMs to look at. Cut, surf, dive, rock, climb, waterfall. Like, they can make new ones. But, like what we're seeing is already in ZA. It's like you have all these... Like, there's so many times in ZA, and you could say it's stupid and you hate it, but, like, there are times where I'm like, I need to melt this sludge or break these rocks or cut these brambles, and I don't have the right Pokemon. Yeah. But that challenge... It's not even a challenge, but it's like that inconvenience is actually satisfying and is a good thing if I have the tools to take care of it. Like, right?
Yes.
Especially it's a game.
Because
it's
they branched out. It's not just one HM move.
Yeah.
Rock Smash isn't all you need. You can use Close Combat. You can use Horse Sphere.
Yes.
All that. That changes the game because you're very likely to have a Pokemon that can use one of those moves.
And so I hope it continues.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I hope so as well. And I think it will because, like, a whole big theme of this game is Pokemon impacting the environment impacting the Pokemon.
Yeah.
And that is a new feature they've introduced that illustrates that perfectly. So, in my opinion, like, there's no way that's not in. I mean, you already see a version of it as in with Flash here, basically, because that's what this is. This is Flash.
Soul, what do you think about these building textures? I think they're pretty good. I think these are... These are like a little bit better than what we see in ZA, which is promising.
Perfect, right? They're just the best ever.
Very like Asian buildings over in the distance there.
Well,
which
we are
is
in Asia.
Exciting,
We are in Asia.
Yeah, but
cool.
it's so nice when they theme a city to be very like it's a part of this region, and it's not just like here is a city.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
here's another
city.
Yeah, like Saffron City just feels like
love Kanto, love Johto, but
this looks like Johto.
Goldenrod is a city. It's not. I'm not walking in Goldenrod going, "Oh, this is like overtly Japanese." I think it should be. This is an Indonesian region. I want to constantly be reminded.
Do you guys want to go to Indonesia? We should do like a hidden power like road trip.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's. I mean, that'd be more than road trip, but sure, more like air trip. Let's do it. Let's do it.
So that's another thing. Like this game's called Wind and Wave. We're gonna probably that suggests like flight, like we can surf, we can dive, as we can see right here, but we can also fly, possibly.
Yeah, I do wonder about the whole flying thing. We don't know much about it, which is nice to not know something. But yes, I think.
Any thoughts?
We'll see. I'm excited about that. Like soaring, I guess, would be the way that we'd look at it. Just like kind of doing a little float thing around. I don't know what's going to be in the sky. It's interesting. Maybe those clouds that you were talking about, Lumi, maybe they are clouds. Maybe they have something to do with it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe there's like sky islands. Oh man, that'd be sick.
Sure. I don't know if they're I don't know if they're clouds though.
I don't know what they are.
They look like sandbars.
They're
to me.
so weirdly shaped for a sandbar. I agree they look like sandbars, but they're also so weirdly shaped for a sandbar. But it's also like if they are clouds, why did they randomly model clouds for this one little part?
No, but it's
of clouds.
And also why? Well, to me, these are the same color as the sand, and it's just a cluster of sandbars. Maybe I don't know what a sandbar is, but they're like a cluster of sandy beach like islands. In the same way that you have. There's like clusters of islands over here,
They definitely are cloud shaped, though.
Sure. Yeah.
If you had to zoom in, but I don't know about flying or soaring. I there's just I have no grid for what it could be and like what would be up there, other than maybe it's like a fast travel kind of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope it's just like. Yeah. Again, if this is an open world game, it's like I think there is some. In Scarlet and Violet, I don't know if you guys have done this, but. Once I got the ability from the DLC to like fly up, I was like, how high can I fly?
How high? Yeah.
And so I flew for like 5 minutes, just as high as I could. And you can look down at Paldea and you can see everything at once, which was really cool. And on it literally was soaring.
They reward you for that in the Blueberry Academy.
They
too,
do.
You can go on top of that thing and there's like some items.
I did do that.
Really
I did do that.
But I was, I think I was thinking there might be a reward if I do that in Paldea. But it's cool. You can do it in Paldea, and there is no reward, and there's nothing up there.
Kitakami as well.
Yeah, but it'd be kind of cool if there was not Sky Islands, but like, if you could like get into battles, right? If there's like wild bird Pokemon up there or legend
Sky battles.
Dude, imagine there's like legendaries up there.
Yeah, that'd be cool. It'd be cool if there was like an area, right?
Yeah.
But anyway,
so we got
a Sky Island.
We got some more images. Let's see. Fully implemented player character model. She's got like a blue backpack or shirt. some green trunks, white shoes. She's got like short black hair, maybe like a braid or something. Significantly denser foliage. We can see that environmental detail. I mean, this is so grainy and it looks awful. I mean, it
the
doesn't
quality
look.
of this image is very bad.
Yeah,
I don't know
this
if
is
you can
bad.
tell, but she's being pulled by Lucario. Just so you know.
I
She's
see
like
that
on the
now.
scooter.
Yep. Yeah, she's
Oh,
on the
yeah.
scooter.
Mhm.
Okay. Overall
Yep.
visual improvements despite still being roughly 2 years away from release. Yeah, man, I just hope it looks good.
I mean, I'll put it this way: that's 2 years from release, and frankly, it looks like Scarlet and Violet.
yeah, sure. Yeah.
You know, so that's a
Like
good
just
sign.
like the final version of Scarlet.
Yeah,
and
like
Violet.
it looks like the final version. It doesn't look much worse than the final version of Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah,
so.
And it only looks grainy because of how it was taken. That
Yeah.
the game doesn't look like that, like the graininess of it. I will say, like the region, I think something that we really need to mention, which we will in the upcoming screenshots, but the scale is pretty wild. The scale of how small you are compared to the world is kind of crazy. It does look like Scarlet and Violet quite a bit. I would imagine it will in the end, but like better, because it was built on the Switch 1, this game, like originally. And it has been changed to be on the Switch 2, obviously. So there's definitely some connective tissue between Scarlet and Violet, like Gen 9 and Gen 10, I would say. So we'll see what the end result ends up being, but I like it. I think it definitely reminds me of Alola too. It's like Alola meets Scarlet and Violet vibes with how it looks so far.
Yeah, I can see that. And it's like there's real, like that's a real cliff right here. Like you can't get over that if you
the
don't actually have the
shading
tool
is
for
better
that.
too. I
Yeah.
feel.
Shading's 100%. That's like more Legend ZA shading, which I like that.
Like again, going back to that old point, like, but like people love Breath of the Wild because like there can be a problem and it's up to you to solve it. And I do remember there was one moment when I first played Scarlet and Violet where like there was a gap and there was like I think it was the dark type dog and I was like, oh, maybe I'll go catch one of those. I can see it. It's right over the edge. I want to go get it.
Yeah,
and I couldn't. Yeah, Mastiff, and I couldn't like jump over the ledge. This is like in the beginning of the game, but I spent 20 minutes like on stream trying to like capture it. And in a Zelda game, I feel like there would be a way that you could get it. And I feel like in Scarlet and Violet, I kept having these moments where I'm like, ooh, let me see if I can like figure this out. But there really wasn't a way to figure it out. Right.
So fun fact with the Mastiff thing specifically, if you had tossed your Pokemon to start a battle with the Mastiff, it actually would have thrown you over to it.
Okay.
Some people figured out that hack, but yeah.
So I didn't do that. So
Well,
okay, so
they
you could
clearly-
do. I
they
could have
didn't-
done it.
They didn't intend for
Yeah.
you to do that. They didn't want you to do that.
So
But I'm hoping with this game that is a big theme too. Is that like, hey, go anywhere, anytime you. Because they said Scarlet and Violet was open world, but they made a very clear point of we don't want you here right now. Don't go here.
Yeah. And I'm looking at this cliff, and I'm like, okay, if we can't get over it, is there one Pokemon that I could capture if I went out of my way, or I could figure it out somehow? I don't know. I don't know. I guess I'm not trying to put too many expectations. I'm just thinking about the kind of games that are a lot of fun to play. You can also see an early protagonist character model here. There's the player design, and they're with Charizard. This image has been out for a little while, but it is cool to see.
There's something. Yeah, go for it.
No, what were you gonna say?
I just don't want to go past it, but there's something big in this image, which is Charizard's tail lights up the darkness.
Yeah.
Look at its tail. It's lighting up like that whole area. So like it's an environmental change essentially. So like your Pokemon can change the environment already right there.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah, I think it's huge actually because they've never really done anything like that. It's a big change.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to see.
And this is like the Luminion thing, which is cool.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And
I'm not a fan of the protagonist designs.
I think it's cool.
I think it's very placeholder-y anyway.
They're better than Scarlet and Violet, though, for sure.
No, I think they're
Yeah,
Scarlet and Violet's were a placeholder in the final freaking game, man.
Seriously.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
What don't you like about it? I mean, they're like.
I don't know. It's just a little bland. Like that was my issue with Scarlet and Violet was a way worse offender of that though. But like I feel like the Legend ZA protagonists, they stand out. You will remember those designs. I will not remember if this is the final design. Like Soul said, this is probably a placeholder, and I'm sure they're going to expand on it. But I will not remember this design.
It looks like they're matching the climate. I guess it does remind me of. They're wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and it looks like they have like wicking like wicking base layers as well. That's kind of what it looks like. Again, it could just all be a placeholder, to be honest.
Yeah, or change drastically.
Yeah.
From like
Dude, I hope
2022
character
to now.
customization comes back. We need that.
Yeah.
Here's the female character again, and then here's an image of, again, super
scale.
early build, but there's some cool things here. It's this trainer character running in this like polygon in between world. This is hyperspace Lumios, and there's a city,
Yeah.
and there's some
It's a
trees.
development.
But what I like about this is that you can see the Pokemon, you can see the trainers team, like their whole party at
What
all
a base
times.
team.
Yeah, for Lucario, amazing.
Amazing.
But isn't
10 out
that
of
cool?
10
Like
team.
I do think that's something that I love from the Legend series that wasn't in Scarlet and Violet, which is that your team
No,
is
I
like
agree.
always present. And your team is tucked away, like being able to see your team is tucked away in your party. But I'm like, it's a Pokemon game. Why can't I see my team?
Yeah.
Like, and
It
just
makes sense
see at a
that it'll be
glance.
this way since they're going to impact the world a little bit more, you know.
Yeah.
So your team is kind of, it's more important what your team looks like in this game than it is in
Ooh.
other Pokemon games.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes sense that they would be readily accessible. Can you like real quickly look at that image though, just for a moment? Because Soul mentioned the
This one?
scale. So look at the character compared to those cities, and now go back up to the map.
Oh, the map.
Because
Here we go.
because then like you can kind of make out the city. It's on that bottom island, and I assume,
Oh, dude, I didn't even zoom. I didn't even get really close on this map.
But just think about like if that character is, you know, that small compared to that big city, and then just
Oh,
look at how
wow,
small
yeah.
that city is compared. That just sense of like, oh crap, this
Oh yeah, if
region-
they're
You're
like right
a
here.
speck. You're like a
Wow,
speck.
that's crazy.
this is a huge region.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, I love this idea of like, oh, there's actually 3 regions in this area. Like that's
I
so
want to
much
get
fun.
lost on these islands, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want to.
yeah.
I want to be walking
might,
around
actually.
and be like, I have no clue where I am. Someone's like, well, what island are you on? I'm like, I think this one. I honestly don't even remember.
Yeah.
I've been stuck on it for so long, you know.
To be honest, I mean, I do get lost in Scarlet and Violet, so that is possible. That is possible.
Mm-hmm.
Like I generally know where I am, but I'm like, which way do I go? I think that's gonna
Yeah.
happen. There were some other images, right here,
Yeah.
and
Chaos images.
yeah, these are chaotic images. But what we can see from this is a little bit of
A
maybe,
Charizard Hydra.
yeah. What we can see from this is we see like an early build of the UI for like the battle UI, and I think the question that we're all wondering is Gen 10 going to be real time? Is it going to be turn based? I think there are some people who are saying it's going to be a fusion of those two things, but what does that look like? Also in this image you can see the player character with the Pokemon that they've selected, their Pikachu. Pikachu's got 4 moves that are displayed. Also, PP is back in Generation 10, which I kind of hate. I kind of hate that, to be honest with you. And then there are maybe 10 Charizards all. Like these are like wild level 1 Charizards. And what this image is kind of depicting is like when you're out in the wild, hordes of Pokemon can just team up on you, which would be overwhelming and challenging, like what we saw in Legends Arceus and ZA.
There's a lot in this image actually. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, there's nothing here, but there's quite a bit when you go into the details. Obviously, like you mentioned, all of these Charizards are like ZA, so you could like do an earthquake and like hit them all. That's not
You can't
normal
'cause they're
for
flying type.
I know, I thought the same thing.
You're right. You're right.
But maybe you
Earthquake
can
is
because
a
they're on the
terrible
floor.
example.
It would be nice because they're on the floor. Like, why not?
That's true. But also they're like wading in water. You can't really see it like until you look, but
Oh, sure.
you're like in water. That's why his
yeah.
legs look like that. Pikachu's completely submerged under the water. But this is also this is what apparently the battles will look like. So more like Legends Arceus than anything, and it does seem turn-based. Also, there's a little umbrella by his leg there, and I'm wondering if that has to do with the gimmick, like some kind of weather connection to the whole thing. You know, like this is like, oh, this is you're in water right now, so you're in a
There's
water.
another umbrella over by one of the Charizards too.
Right.
It's really small.
Right.
Why have it in 2 places?
It's a mechanic
Interesting.
thing. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure something's going on there that we don't really know.
Maybe
'Cause
because the
Charizard
Majin
tails.
gimmick will allow you to set up your own weather that is different from their weather.
Maybe that's a good
Because
thought.
like, why have like this weather for the opponent, but this weather for you? You know?
No, that makes sense. So it's like when a battle starts, it'll be like, all right, both of your Pokemon are being affected by water, and that's why there's an umbrella there. Whether that be rain, whether that be, you're just standing in water. There's actually words right there. It says, it just says test map. But then that would make sense. Yeah, if you could alter that. The power is, okay, I can actually alter, or maybe you're not altering, but maybe it's like using the Majin or whatever the gimmick is, maybe like giving you a strength when you're in that environment. I don't know.
Do you think they'll do like area of effect things, like how if you use electricity and water, it'll hit all opponents, even if it's a move that doesn't
be pretty
hit
cool.
all opponents,
Yeah. I should have said Thunderwave. Thunderwave will affect all of them.
Discharge too, yeah.
Discharge, yeah. But also the Charizards look like they're the Gen 9 models, so that's interesting. Like maybe that's just what we get. Like I don't know what the style of this game is going to be. I imagine the art style is going to change, but the model of Charizard is probably going to be the same one. That's what they've always.
It's a good model.
I also think it's worth
brand
noting
new.
here that this person playing this game is definitely cheating, because I'm sorry, I just don't believe that you would find 10 level 1 shiny Charizards. I just don't buy it. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Bro, that's what gaming like development is. They just cheat the whole time.
This guy's got a Game Shark plugged in.
All right, Lumi.
The tail
No
of Charizard
fun.
2 is lit up, as you can see.
Must
like
be
on the
Lance playing this game.
I think this is I guess this is an early build, but I really am going to be disappointed if like every single battle is turn based. I just think it
would
just
expect
slows
that at
everything
this
down.
point.
I know, but that's not fun.
I would expect it. I think that's going to be like what the pool of legends is, like, or part of what the pool is that you have real time battles, because it's an action RPG,
But that's so slow. I'm like, I love being able to run around in ZA and being like, go attack Meganium, kill that Pat Rat. Meganium, go kill that whatever. It's like
I wouldn't count it out to being like. I feel like it's going to be very similar, just turn based. You know what I mean? Like, so you'll probably just run up to them and be able to do that, and you do a move, and then that's it. Like then they do a move, and then you do a move. That's kind of the difference. But
that's not like that's what I hate. Like, because think about it. This is why like Tentacruel and like Geodude and Zubats are like they're like the annoying meme of these old Pokemon games, because it's like, I don't want to fight another one of you. This is taking a minute. Every single 4 steps I take, there's a minute animation and I'm just gonna run. Like that's not fun. That like takes you out of the game. I will say
you're assuming that you can't like just throw a Pokeball and catch them though too, because I do think I think Legends Arceus catching will be in this personally.
Yeah. Ideally, I am assuming that's not going to be in this, because like,
I mean, it's you could be right. I don't know.
I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying like I'm not assuming that, because we haven't seen that with modern games. So okay, best case scenario, what I'm hoping for Gen 10 when it comes to the battles is you're creeping in the overworld. You can throw a Pokeball like the Legends games. That'd be fun. Catch a Pokemon, no battle, super easy, super fun, super clean. That's great. Or I could say, hey Pikachu, go attack and kill all those Charizards with the Thunder, and I can knock out a bunch, and the Charizards can hoard me, but I can keep fending them off in real time. But if things get a little bit squirrely, then I can enter a normal turn-based combat battle. Because if I'm thinking about just to complete the thought, like when my niece started playing Pokemon, she's like 5. She didn't know what she was doing. She couldn't even play Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. She's like 8 now. She's playing Scarlet and Violet. She beat the main campaign. She just called me the other day and was like, I heard there's DLC for Scarlet and Violet, and she just bought that. Like Pokemon just got a sale. Like they're still getting sales. And what I'm saying is like, I have not told her to get ZA at all, because I think it'll be too difficult for her. as an 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so a fusion, the type of fusion that I'm describing, I actually think I'm okay with that. If 10 Charizard showed up, if 10 random Pokemon showed up to attack me, that would get annoying. And if I wanted to be like, all right, let's take a pause. Like I'm not like, I don't want to outsmart them in real-time combat. I want to actually just engage with them like Legends Arceus, and like now I treat it like a strategy game. That's fine. That would be fun. That'd be good.
Yeah.
And you'd be pretty happy if it was 10 shiny Charizards.
Yeah, that's true. I would be. Yeah, that's true.
There would be nothing annoying about that. You'd be like, oh!
Yeah, let's slow this down so I can catch every single one.
It's a test though. Like this is probably going to be a rare occurrence, and they won't all be shiny, obviously.
But it'll be a rare occurrence to get 10 shiny Charizards level 1. Yeah,
yeah. I think it's just literally them testing how many you can put in there. But I don't know. It's funny, Lumi. I'm curious to know how you feel, but I'm so done with ZA's battle system. Like I don't.
That's crazy.
I'm done.
That's crazy.
I do not want. I'm sick of it, to be honest, and I'm very happy to go back to this. So you had your game, you know what I mean? Like you had your game.
No,
now let us have this game. But I think you made the point yourself. You made the point yourself that like it's easier for kids, and the new generations are geared more towards.
It's easier
kids.
for Soul.
Kids and old people.
Yeah.
But no, I just like turn-based better, bro. That's all. But
no, I agree with you. Especially because, I've always said Pokemon to me are kind of like cozy games. And so I love the Legends games because it's something different, but like that battle style is not cozy at all. My wife instinctively the other day, she was in a battle and instinctively like put down her Switch to go do something. She came back and she was slaughtered because she left her Switch unattended. And you can't do that in that kind of battle.
Yes, I do imagine that.
But I think like the reaction I'm having though, like turn-based combat does not sound very fun in this game because the way I've seen it in the last, pretty much all of the Switch era games, it's like I feel like the open world, the exploration, the discovery, I feel like is held back by the turn-based battles. They're so slow. They take me out of the flow. They take me out of the experience. Like, they're not fun. I literally groan every time in Scarlet and Violet. I'm exploring. I'm like on a mission to do something. And Cyclozar hits me or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to do this. This is not fun. Like, I literally haven't...
Those were annoying specifically.
Yeah,
like
but
when they just like pop up and attack you all the time.
Yeah, but that happens...
They're annoying in Legends ZA too.
But they're not because I can run away.
I don't want to do this.
But in ZA, I can run away.
Maybe you can run away in this.
Yeah, maybe you can run away in this. You're there. You're the person. So like this is the thing about this that's different. You are controlling the trainer here. It's not like normal turn-based battles. Like it's like Legends Arceus where you are there.
Looks like you can move around.
Yeah, maybe you can exit the battle just as easily. We don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
We'll see.
I hope there's a fusion because even Legends Arceus, I don't like it. Like going back to it, it's just as slow and painful. Like
right.
Sure.
Because when I was playing Legends Arceus, I'm like, oh yeah, it is great to capture Pokemon in the overworld. It is, and it is fun to use your Pokemon to like get items and hit trees in the overworld. But when I played it a couple months ago, I was like, oh my god, I can't send my Pokemon to just kill the Bidoof. I have to enter a turn-based combat battle, which is like painful.
Yeah. I think either way, like you're getting something that you want to because they had the Let's Go feature in Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah,
and I do think
that's true.
They'll do some
I hope
kind
that's
of,
there.
Yeah, they'll do something.
If they have
like
that, I'm happy. I'm happy.
Yeah,
because it just takes me out to have to do these painful battles, and it's like there's so many like, I mean, be honest, guys. Like, how many NPCs did you battle in Scarlet and Violet?
Not many.
Not many.
I tried to find them all. I just couldn't find them.
I don't think
battling
most
is like
people didn't battle.
It's like a side quest. I want to like go battle all of them. That's my thing.
Sure.
Yeah, to me it just felt useless. That's all. It just wasn't fun.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I agree with that. I think that's a part of the issue with them making it where you have to talk to them to battle. They should have kept it where like if they spot you, you're in a battle.
Yeah. Because I like the side quest in ZA that are battles, or even just random people. Any sort of battle in ZA, like, it's fun because it maybe lasts 30 seconds to a minute. Like, and I don't need to wait for animations. I literally just go, press a button, attack. I get hit, press a button, attack, battle's over. And I'm like,
sure,
this is fun. This is good. We're keeping the flow up. And then I can get right back into the game.
where they have apparently plans to do multiple Pokemon battling you at
Yeah.
once, I'm sure they'll speed it up. Because, like, there's no way they're going to make you sit here and, like, Pikachu used Thunderbolt. Charizard 1 used Flamethrower.
Yeah. Well, they did that with the
No.
Horde
Charizard
battles
2 used Flamethrower. And
in
for
Gen
10 of
6.
them- I agree,
It's
but
horrible.
I think they have tried to, make an effort to speed up
Yeah.
their games a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I'm sure that if they're implementing this, they've got something up their sleeve.
If there's a fusion, I'm happy. I'm happy. If there's a fusion,
I think the fusion
with that.
could be the best case in like the peak battle system,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Like we could be getting the peak battle system.
Yeah.
Other than like I'd like to be
Quote
more
my
focused
girl
on the
Hannah
Pokemon.
Montana, it could be the best of both worlds.
dude,
Yeah.
honestly, it's true. It's true.
The other screenshots have other things in them too if you want to check them out. I know we don't have a lot of time left, but you see a whole bunch of Pokemon that we haven't, like they might be in the game. Like they might not just be placeholders. Snom, Nimble, Moltres has been in the back.
The caveat to that though was
I think these
are
Sword
mostly
and Shield
placeholders.
Beta had
Yeah.
like Mega Rayquaza and it had Great
Yeah,
Beta, so you don't
Yeah, of course.
know.
These are probably different like body
Also-
types. Like you have
Yeah,
Snake,
they're different sizes. as well.
Blob,
Yeah.
Little Bird,
Snow
Insect.
confirmed.
Humanoid. There's like a little Shinx, I think. There's like different Shinx set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're probably just tests, but that is interesting.
Yeah.
It is cool to see them in here.
Yeah. And then there's the Chaos picture, which I don't know what to say about that other than
Yeah, what is this? This is like, it's probably
It's
they
more of a-
probably spawned in a bunch of Charizards.
I think it's
a
more like
Charizard Hydra.
the battle
Yeah, this is
situation.
Majin Charizard.
Yeah,
It's a
just
Hydra.
Like a billion Charizard heads. That
I mean, that's kind of what
unironically,
it
I would
looked
love
like
that.
Yeah,
It's kind of what the Majin thing looked like.
damn.
Majin, by the way, is just a code name, so like I don't
Sure.
think it'll
Yeah,
have
so like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
gimmick will actually be called something else.
I don't
What-
even know if it has anything related to it at all either, because people are like, "Oh, they're gonna be like
Yeah.
demons." I'm like, it's just a code name, friends."
Was there anything else that came out in the last week or so, in terms of Gen 10 leaks? Because there's more things. There's more things that have leaked that we haven't talked about in this episode that we've talked about in previous episodes. So,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
you can go check
I mean,
those out for that
for what
coverage.
it's-
But is there anything else that we've
For
missed?
what it's worth, it's not even a leak, but there's been like a lot of whispers of like a bat starter, and is it just whispers? I have no idea, but just worth mentioning in case it ends up being legitimate. And for the record, it could be legitimate, and it was still just whispers because like that's kind of an easy guess. Bats are like really common in Indonesia. They've
Guys,
got
guys,
all
guys.
kinds of different bats. It's kind
I
of like going
heard-
like Australia, kangaroo Pokemon.
Yeah.
you know?
Guys. I think I know the starter types. We're gonna have a grass type, and then
No way.
Don't quote me on this. I saw a moot post about a fire type starter, and then Centro was saying there's gonna be a water type starter. I don't know.
There it is.
I don't
Real
know.
leaks.
Jellyfish?
Real leaks. Watch, we say that, and it'll be like the one time they change it up and they do like psychic fighting dark.
Would be kind of cool.
Let's go.
Would be kind of cool. Yeah. Listen. Happy New Year to everyone listening right now. Mega Dimension's been super fun. I haven't even finished the game. I got my Groudon donut, and I was like, oh, I'll stream this. And then a week and a half went by, and I have not.
It has been the holidays.
Yeah.
It's been the holidays.
But I haven't even. I gotta play it. I gotta play it
I
behind
haven't
the
even
scenes.
beat Darkrai yet, so I mean,
True. I want to play Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. Like, I want to play. I've never played Alpha Sapphire, so maybe I'll play that.
You've never played the superior version?
I've played Omega Ruby, which is the best version. So
No.
what do you mean? It's Omega Ruby.
Kyogre, Groudon.
but-
Listen,
whale.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Kyogre's rain weakens fire types, but no one's using a fire type against Kyogre. Groudon's ability weakens water types, and you would instinctually want to use water types against Groudon. So it's actually just the better Pokemon all around.
I see your point, but I raise you Fun Orca.
Beautiful fun.
Dino Lizard.
Leviathan.
Lava.
To be fair, they're both great legendary Pokemon.
They are.
No,
That's a-
Groudon's
that's a
better.
Stacked game, like with Legends. The Reggies were cool. The Lotties
Dude,
were
I gotta
cool.
play that. I don't have enough
That is
time.
really
I gotta finish Mega Dimension. Oh my god. I have to get the Bex Caliber. All right. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting the #1 Pokemon podcast. We got a lot of things planned. If you're new, subscribe. This is we got like what 2 months until Pokemon Day.
Mm-hmm.
Not even
something like that. Yeah,
7 weeks until
it's
Pokemon Day.
next month. It is
Next month. It's Pokemon Day is next month, when they're gonna announce Generation 10. I'm so excited. We're cooking. This is fun.
Yeah.
I feel like we're
Gen
back in our
month.
dude. This is our year. This is our year.
And
Thank
God
you guys.
help us, we'll get Champions news soon.
Yeah. Guys, thank you so much for
Pokemon.
watching. We'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Peace.